Hello, fellow homebrewers. JP here, and I want to introduce to you the brand new Brewbuilt X1 Conical Series available at More Beer. More Beer sells the highest standard in homebrewing equipment, and the Brewbuilt Conicals are just that. They're made from mirror-polished 304 stainless steel, and they come with loads of features that you and I have been looking for. They have a full 2-inch bottom dump valve, which will eliminate your clogging issues, while the sturdy base includes 4 reinforced legs, just like those big Pro tanks do. More Beer also carries the Brewbuilt line of options and add-ons like casters, pressure kits, and even external glycol chillers. So you can find out more about the new Brewbuilt X1 Conical Unitanks by going over to morebeer.com for detailed videos on the entire line of Brewbuilt Conicals. You can trust Brewbuilt with your next fermentation, and you can trust More Beer to find the right conical for you. Brewbuilt at morebeer.com.
Home brewers, craft brewers, beer lovers, beer drinkers.
Get ready for an all-new experience in information exchange and beer culture.
Your only source for live beer radio that brings expert brewers from around the globe
right to your home.
You're not just listening to broadcasters, it's the Brewcasters
on the Brewing Network.
Beer, 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 beer. It's like that Irish drinking song to start us, get us in the mood, you know?
Got us pumped up.
The Pogues, if you guys want to go find that song yourself. Welcome. It's another great Sunday in the Brewing Network studios. My name's Brewcaster Jay.
My name's Brewcaster John.
There you go.
I got no volume.
As usual.
Oh, that's Doc.
I had you up before.
Hey.
There's your volume.
Turn me on.
Good old Doc.
I'm up.
Today's show is being brought to you by Northern Brewer at northernbrewer.com. It's our last week to register some listeners to win a full kegging system courtesy of Northern Brewer. And we're going to do that in our normal fashion like we have been. I'll be announcing how to do it later on in the show. And it's your last week, so if you guys tuned in just for that, stick around. And I'm pretty sure we're giving it away next week. I got some questions about giving it away next week, John, because
give it away.
Because it's Super Bowl week, and I'm concerned that some of the people that are registered, you know, are going to be doing the Super Bowl thing, because I might make people like participate in a game of some sort.
Yeah. We can put it
on. So we might. I'm going to maybe take stock over the week here in the next couple of days, and post by Wednesday about whether or not we're going to do that.
Okay.
I could maybe we can send out an email to our registrants and let them go ahead and decide if they're okay with us waiting a week or something.
Do a poll or something.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the deal with that. But we can still register 3 new people to win a full kegging system this week, and that's going to be exciting stuff.
It can only take a month to ship it.
Yeah. Did you go to IPA festival or something this week? Didn't you go to some IPA?
We went
thing
to Magnolia. No,
it was
Lane Splitter.
Lane Splitter.
In Berkeley.
Nice place. Cool beers on tap. It was...
Really?
Yeah.
And what was the deal for that?
Firestone was having the IPA contest,
and
the winners, and barley wine contest. They did a contest with just those 2 categories. And pizza and beer, and gave away prizes and announced the winners.
Were you in the competition, Johnny 50 Gallon?
No.
JDG.
Johnny 5-0.
5-0? You didn't enter anything in this one?
No. There was 27 IPA entries. That's very competitive for such a small competition.
Yeah, that's a lot.
There's like 4 or 5 barley wines.
Okay.
But Jim Rossi got first and Mike McDowell got second place.
In their IPAs?
Right, from Doe's Club. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
So both Doe's members.
All right. That's Doc and John's local club if you're new to the show.
And they said that they were like half a point apart.
Yeah, really?
That's how close it was.
Wow.
These guys are just both awesome brewers.
Yeah.
The funny thing is Jim Rossi was awarded second place in front of everybody.
They gave him second place, and then when they went to announce the first place winner, they go, "Oh, that was the first."
Wrong trophy.
Oh no! So then McDowell got called up for a second place.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, wow.
McDowell just wanted the case of beer. He was bitter.
That's what the prize was.
Yeah, Firestone Double Barrel.
Case of beer and a T-shirt, and I think some kind of gift certificate or something.
Nice.
But McDowell gets a free 5-gallon keg now, so he's even He's stoked.
Yeah, of course. Now, in competitions, usually there usually aren't prizes like that, though, are there? It's usually you just get a medal, right? They don't give like cash or beer.
No, they give stuff.
They do?
Yeah.
What do they give?
Depends on the comp.
White Labs certificates.
Okay.
Swag, like hats and T-shirts and things.
Yeah.
Just general swag.
Yeah, basically. Sometimes you get cash, and it kind of pans out, gets it even. If you put several category things in, you win one. It pretty much makes it even.
Gotcha. See, I like the cash thing. I think I'd enter competitions all the time if there was cash prizes.
You have to pay to enter.
Yeah,
so.
but
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And by the time you ship it, it's maybe a wash or you're in the hole. So it's not a big cash cow.
Right. Okay.
A couple beers.
All right, we got a great show lined up for you today. Gary Glass, the new director of the American Homebrewers Association, the AHA, is going to be on the phone with us starting at about 6 o'clock. He's going to call in and going to find out all things AHA.
Just everything.
Yeah. Now, we've had Papazian in here talking to us on the phone before and talked to us about the AHA, but he's not the director. He's not the guy. He's not the horse's mouth back there. So now we get the new guy.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk to Gary today and see how things are doing in the world. I'm real curious to get into some of these political issues that have been going on and how the AHA is gonna get our backs in the
protect us as homebrewers
in the law world, you know. So
did you
CYA.
find anything, or
what's that?
Did you find any news to ask or any questions?
I got some stuff. I got some general stuff about the laws that we've been reading. We read a lot about Alabama and things like that last week. We'll get into it. We got him coming in a little after 6 o'clock. So Gary Glass, you guys are going to want to stick around for that. And our tasting today is New Belgium Fat Tire. So
Amber Ale, right?
Amber Ale. I got some messages. A lot of people can't get Fat Tire. I thought it was pretty widely distributed, but a lot of people couldn't get it.
Well, my brother said he loves it, and he could barely get it in Southern California till recently.
Really?
No kidding.
Yeah, it's one of his favorites.
Okay. Well, we'll be trying that, doing a tasting. Probably we'll get Gary on the phone, see what he thinks about it too when we do our tasting. So that's right around 6 o'clock as well. In between now and then, you're not going to want to go away. I mean, I'm not going to tell you it's not our normal rambling and a little bit of fun, but I do have some good announcements in the second half hour of the show after we take our first break. Going to do some announcements about the Friday show.
Nice.
Yeah, I think think JP is going to come in here and help out with that. Also, we got another listener submitted song, which I'm telling
I like this.
It gets better and better around here with these things.
There's some talent out there among our listeners. It's just incredible.
You are not kidding. I mean, this stuff that I get is great. So I collaborated a little bit on it, but I take no responsibility for the genius that this song is. It was definitely listener created, and I just cleaned it up a little bit. It's good. I'll be playing that for you. I think after the first break. It'll probably take us a little while to get through our news and our mail and shit like that, But it's good stuff, so keep that stuff coming. You guys are going to enjoy it.
You've got mail.
Kick ass. Got the right sound file this week, folks, and I got lots of mail, lots of feedback.
Good, bad, indifferent?
Yes and yes. We got a little bit of all of it.
Good. You love the bad stuff.
I do. I got 2 of them this week, I think. Yeah. So I'll start with the bad stuff because it's a lot of fun. Another one from Jamil came in this week. From
Jamil?
Yeah, well,
to top off the one from last week?
Jeez. He felt the need to follow up his hate mail from last week with another hate mail for the show.
Okay.
So here we go. And
scathing hate mail.
It starts out, he goes to each of us. I'll tell you that right now. So here we go. So Justin, you no talent hack. What the F is up with you reading email from some moron pretending to be me? I'm really getting pissed off at having to listen to that crap, plus having to bail you no talent idiots out. Dr. Scott is the only one with half a brain, but you can never tell by the way he talks. What is he, a hillbilly? That moonshine drinking, banjo picking bum is so fired up on White Lightning all the time you can't understand a freaking word he's saying.
Wow.
And John is really pissing me off. He's like Rain Man without the ability to do the math. His pitching warm rant is like Rain Man wanting to go to Kmart for underwear. Someone hit him upside the head so he can fix that broken record. I told you, he just goes down the list.
Wow, there's some anger there. Yeah.
And I know the reason why the Friday show isn't ready yet. You and JP are in the studio giving each other a reach around so often that Daniela has to come in and make sure you're working. Hey, here's an idea for naming your new show. The Friday Fag Hour. Like Yoko and John, it could be the sounds of you two queers having sex. I'm sure it would be just as popular, too. So a little angry at the Friday show, wow. Jamil is. And Daniela, well, Daniela is smart, funny, and hot. Stop turning off her freaking mic, you douchebag. The only reason people put up with your no-talent crap is to listen to her.
Okay, I want this guy's phone number.
Yeah. Yours lovingly, Pope Jamil.
Pope Jamil.
So, another good one from Jamil.
In Mine Veritas.
What's the email address on that?
That one is JamilThePope@hotmail.com.
Okay.
The Jamil Show, by the way, the second chapter is airing tomorrow. And it's Standard Ordinary Bitter is the topic for you guys tomorrow, huh, John?
Yes, sir.
That's 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Jamil Show tomorrow. Here we go. Here's one from Australia. Hey, how are you all? I'm a listener from Sydney, Australia. Love listening to your archives while on the net. Picked up a few great tips. Just a few.
I was going to say that.
We've been here for 6 months. That's okay. I remember one of your archives you mentioned Foster's is only exported because Australians don't drink it. Too true, he says. Basically, we have to put up with the standard Australian drafts at most of our watering holes. Mega swill beers like VB, which he calls vermin bait, Tooheys New, Spew, or Carlton Draft, which is daft. Which is why I brew, he says. However, I'm happy to say some of our microbreweries are starting to find their way out at our pubs. Nice. Beers I can vouch for, and I like to get some names of these, that's why I'm doing this email. Beers I can vouch for are Cooper's Pale Ale, Cooper's Sparkling Ale, James Squire Golden Ale, James Squire Amber Ale, and my favorite, Little Creatures Pale Ale, which he said is like our Sierra Nevada. Okay. So there's a few microbrews out in Australia. Bring on the micros, down with the swill, he says. That's Jared from Australia. Could be Gerard. I don't know. I can't read.
So America's not the only one inflicted with mega swill.
With mega swill. It's Australia, too. I had one of our longtime Australian listeners in the Blues show this morning on the chat room.
How'd that go?
Talking about how a 6-pack of beer there is like, I think he said like $14.
Well, I don't feel so bad now.
Outrageous thing. Yeah, we paid $9 today for our Fat Tire tasting.
John's still like hurting from that.
Yeah, cheap and poor. So
$14 6-pack. You imagine that?
Yeah, but man, I would have to brew.
Yeah, and that's what he says. That's why they have to brew. All right, here's one. Our first email. I'm pretty sure it's from the Netherlands. I don't remember the top. It said it in the topic where he's from, but I'm pretty sure I remember it's one of our Netherlands listeners.
That where Peter Pan's from?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. It says, I just recently found your page and have been a listener for a week now. Been going through the old archives, but man, it's a lot. Obviously, I can't catch you live since it's about 3 or 4 a.m. over here, but I'm already looking forward to Monday morning. Excellent show. I'm constantly laughing out loud at you guys, which is so rare nowadays. Doc is friggin' hilarious when he gets a couple under his belt. Kudos to Daniela for being such a good sport about the Nazi song. The Germans I know are so angst-ridden that they go into cardiac arrest from that shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what he said. So you're the only one with a good Nazi sense of humor.
And my friends.
Yeah. He goes on to say that the Jamil Show really hit the spot. He was bummed out when he realized that it's not on every week. He actually jumped out of bed to catch it and wasn't there. And he says Ordinary Bitter is one of his favorite styles. He's been trying to brew unsuccessfully. So we can't wait for that show to start tomorrow. And anyway, he says, keep it up. It's great how some offhand remark from Doc or Jamil or John or a guest can shed new light on my own understanding, and suddenly a missing piece of the puzzle snaps into place. It's such a great hobby, there's always something new to learn. I've been doing all grain for about a year now, and I feel like I'm just starting to learn something. Like Plato said, true wisdom is knowing that you don't know anything. And I think that applies in double measure to the art and science of brewing. Brew on. And that's, I'm sorry, wow. I'm gonna butcher your name. I think it's Joakim.
Joak.
Joak? What about the I-M at the end?
Joak.
You don't say anything with the I-M at the end?
Joachim.
There you go. Joachim from the Netherlands. So hey,
Wackham.
Very nice.
Happy Netherlands to you.
The Netherlands are just awesome, right, Dr. Scott? You went to Amsterdam once, wasn't it? Just like the best time ever.
It's awesome there.
We got a good people. We got a good few listeners from there. I noticed.
Everybody's friendly, helpful.
Yeah, I love the Dutch. Really, they're great people and good drinkers too.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go wrong with that.
Hell no.
Okay, and last piece of email is a good suggestion. I thought I'd read it. It says, first of all, I love the show. I like the mix of funny radio and info I get on most shows. I was wondering if you could devote a section on the forums or website to just the recipes you get from the guests. I think I've seen a couple of them there under the Beer Radio section before, but since I've been catching up on the archives, it's hard to find them. It would be great to be able to find them in one location at any time.
That's a good idea.
So I'll make a deal with you, John. If you compile those recipes, both from the ones that haven't been posted, the ones we just did on the archives, and the ones that are posted, I'll put up a place on the webpage.
Okay.
So you do the compiling, I'll do the building, and we'll get one spot on the webpage just from our guest recipes.
Be great.
Yeah. So give us a little time. I got a guy doing some database work for us on the webpage. But it's noted. It'll probably take John a little bit to go through the archives and get the recipes too. But we'll get that up.
I think I have them in email, so it should take about a week.
Okay.
Let's say 3 to be safe.
Okay, let's do that. Cool. JP just joining us in the studio. We'll be making some announcements about our Friday show, but we'll hang on a little bit for that. Okay, let's get to the news, huh? Go through this, and we'll probably take a little break after that and get into some of the funny stuff we got sent in, plus some announcements from JP and I. Couple of good stories in the news today, boys, and Daniela.
Wow.
He's on his best behavior today.
Mm-hmm, he is.
Now, this one JP sent to me, and so he can vouch for the humor in the picture of this kid that I'm about to read about. I'm sorry I couldn't have it posted or anything. It's a funny picture. Okay, it happened in Florida, like a lot of the wacky stuff on this planet does. It either happens in Florida or Germany, right? Deputies say a 16-year-old has been arrested for beating his grandmother with a 2x4 for refusing to give him $100 for beer. Charged is Kurt Cass of Hammock Drive, Bradenton. Investigators say Cass went into his 60-year-old grandmother's bedroom Thursday and asked her for $100 for beer. When she refused, he allegedly placed a razor blade on her throat and demanded she take him to the bank to get the money, deputies said. When the victim arrived back home, she locked all the doors, deputies reported. The defendant arrived back home and kicked the front door in. Once inside, the defendant grabbed a 2-foot 2x4 piece of wood and hit the victim numerous times on the back. The defendant then grabbed a 3-foot piece of 3-inch PVC pipe and hit the victim on her head, back, and legs numerous times.
He keeps this in the living room?
Yeah, I guess they just have, it's like a construction living room. The defendant's caseworker arrived on scene and was able to hold him until law enforcement arrived. Deputies said Cass has made comments in the past to his grandmother that she should kill his entire family. Cass was charged with domestic aggravated assault, 2 counts of domestic aggravated battery, attempted robbery, and kidnapping. The grandmother has had legal guardianship of Cass and his little brother since '94. Authorities tell us that Cass came from a troubled family. No shit. His mother is in prison on cocaine possession and sale charges, and his father is serving a 15-year prison sentence for manslaughter after choking a prostitute to death in 2002. What are you laughing at, JP?
I think it's funny. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to figure out where this kid was going to go in life. You know, since '94.
I mean, the picture of him is great. He's just this little butterface fat kid, 16 years old, and
this is a scowl, man.
Beat the crap out of his mom or grandmother for beer money.
Keeps that handy 2x4 around, though.
Yeah. I had another one here. Let me do the other crime one. There was a bit of a beer crime wave this week. And then some of my other normal good stuff. Yeah, here we go. A man at a 7-Eleven at this is in Kansas City, Kansas. 7-Eleven at 25th and Central. So any of you Kansas City boys out there, maybe you frequent this 7-Eleven. Maybe it's one of our listeners. I don't know. He allegedly tried to steal a 12-pack of Budweiser. Not one of our listeners. Shortly after 2:30 a.m. The clerk said he sensed the man was up to something and waited for him at the door. A struggle ensued, and while the two were struggling, the clerk managed to call 911. Now, I want to know how that happened.
He's fighting him off with one hand, dialing with the other.
Either he's a real big clerk out there in Kansas, or he was a real little assailant. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't sound like much of a struggle. If you can call on the phone...
While you're struggling?
With the 12-pack. The guy had a 12-pack.
Yeah. His hands were full. He couldn't fight back.
Yeah. Police responded immediately and took the suspect into custody and returned the beer, which would have cost the man $9.49.
That's kind of high for a 12-pack
of Bud. It is.
Or a 6-pack of Fat Tire.
Yeah, so there you go. That's
drink Fat Tire.
That's the crime wave that took place this week. All right. I'm going to bring this kind of stuff up to Gary Glass, who's going to be on the show a little bit later, too. It's another one of these controversial beer labels going on. This is in Pennsylvania. The microbrewery calls it cutting-edge artwork, but a few distributors are refusing to sell a Pennsylvania microbrew called Hedonism, or are wrapping the cases they do sell in plain brown paper because of its risque package design. I sent it back because of the graphics, said Bob Dano, who owns Ingleside Beverage Mart in Lancaster. My wife thought it was obscene, and so did I. What a douchebag.
Where is this?
It's in Pennsylvania. The cartoon image shows bare torsoed characters kissing and caressing. Others call the reaction overblown. It's just a cartoon, said cashier Connie Rutt of Wheatland Beer Distributors in Lancaster. It shows hedonism, and it depicts the name of the product exactly. So people it's just a label. It's two unshirted people kissing or whatever, and apparently that's obscene.
Two women?
Ridiculous. That's what it is.
Be good if it was two women.
Probably sell more beer.
Yeah. The backlash has surprised reading-based Legacy Brewing Company, which readily reported the controversy on its website, including photographs of a store display with a stack of paper-wrapped cases. The website is legacybrewing.com, if you guys want to go check it out. The company chose the design as a way to get noticed in the competitive world of beer marketing, an official said. See? That's a smart thing to do. Yeah. You're lined up against 20 other beers. Do something different, right? We're just trying to establish cutting-edge artwork, said Dave Gemmel, a Legacy managing partner. We're not trying to defend anyone. The brew, a red ale loaded with hops, was developed a year ago. Reading artist and gallery owner Derek Hettinger came up with a design which the company said was much more expensive to produce than a standard logo. So the beer, which is priced at $29.95 to $33.95 a case, is selling well at more than 100 distributors in about 20 Pennsylvania counties, the company said. Everything we make, we're selling. We can't keep it in stock. So good for them.
Yeah. So you send it back, they'll just sell it to somebody else.
That's right. LegacyBrewing.com. I just love the quote from that whipped store owner.
And he was whipped.
My wife thought it was obscene, and so did I. So we had to take it off the shelf. I don't like that sort of thing in my store.
Wow, you're really good at that.
It's
you are.
It's nudity and people kissing. I have not kissed my wife in 47 years, and I'm not about to start now.
That's right, he hasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, what a piece of work she probably is.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
cartoons kissing.
Probably
What
still have
is
the
this
beehive
woman coming to?
hairdo and everything.
You needed a 2x4.
Honey, don't stand so close to me. We're in public, you know.
Oh, wow.
All right, couple more stories. All right, this one I love. This is my favorite story of the day. Doc, you're going to like this too. You're all going to love this one. It's in Tokyo. Just listen closely. Japan's top brewer, Asahi Breweries, said on Tuesday that it has developed a beer that changes taste over time as the fermentation process continues after it is bottled. Can you imagine a beer that changes as you age it in the bottle?
Wow.
They claim to
How
have
do they do that?
They claim to have invented it. The Asahi Super Yeast Draft changes its aroma and flavor through a second phase of fermentation after its basic taste is created in the primary fermentation at factories, Asahi said in a statement.
I think they call it staling.
Yeah. The secondary fermentation continues for about 2 to 3 months if bottles are kept in rooms with temperatures between 10 to 20 degrees Celsius, Asahi said. After a month, its smooth taste is enhanced. In 2 to 3 months, the gorgeous aroma increases, giving the beer abundant and smooth flavor with crisp aftertaste, the company said.
Ridiculous.
The product will be introduced, as it is new, in eastern Japan.
Maybe new there.
Man, I wish we could have them as a guest. Yeah. And I would like to just like call them up and say, hey, you guys want to do your press release on our show? And I go, you're a friggin' idiot.
Yeah.
It's every beer ever made, you jerk off. Like, what beer doesn't change when you put it in the bottle? Oh, man. Well, I just love it. They actually did a whole press release about how they invented that.
Yeah, you can call them up, see if they want to come on the show. I will participate.
I think we really don't have any paying sponsors, you know what I mean? Like,
where we're going, well, never will.
Never will. Ah, man. I had that discussion with Danielle a little bit yesterday. I was like, I hope that after do I have to give a disclaimer to sponsors who take us on that, hey, I can't guarantee the content of our show? Because I don't want them to dictate the content, right? It's what we do. It's what we've grown with, and it's what, people are into. And I don't want to have to change it. We might have to actually give a disclaimer when we get ads aboard.
Just don't tell them not to do anything stupid.
Yeah. Hey, don't be stupid and I won't make fun of you.
You must clear all press releases through the beat.
Yeah. Okay, and then finally, a nice story from London. Beer crazy Britons woke up this week to news that a new hangover-free beer invented by an Indian expert will soon hit the stands, spreading cheer particularly among those with beer bellies.
It's called non-alcoholic beer.
For the beer, branded as Ladybird Bio Beer, claims to cut cholesterol and eases conditions such as asthma and arthritis. But it will pack the same punch as any average beer available in Britain. The beer, invented by, it's an Indian name I'm not going to try to say, sorry guys, over 10 years, is said to contain ingredients to stop revelers getting a sore head the next morning. It also uses the usual ingredients such as barley, malt, and hops. The vitamin-rich beer is 5% ABV and contains extracts of aloe vera and the herbs Phyllanthus niruri and ashwagandha, which have medicinal qualities.
Say it again.
Reports said the beer is already a massive hit in India, where it was launched last year. I would be curious about the hangover-free part of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that I need it to cure my arthritis or asthma, but the hangover-free is pretty appealing.
And it really, really works.
What do you think, Doc? Is it possible?
No.
What if they put the special amount of vitamins in there, you know?
Well, do they have, you can only drink one?
Yeah.
Guarantee no hangover.
Yeah. It actually kills your thirst entirely. It fills you up with liquid and you can't possibly drink another drop. That's how it cures hangovers.
It just tastes so horrible you don't want more than one.
Well, because what about these things? I'm thinking, you guys seen the commercial for that,
Chaser?
Chaser, thanks JP. Yeah, that Chaser stuff, supposedly you take it, and it's just a vitamin pack. I think it's got caffeine and different things in it. You pop this Chaser the night before, no hangover the next day. I've heard people say it works pretty well. So what I'm thinking is, if they just vitamin pack a beer like that, you can skip having to pop the pill.
Or just drink water.
Doc, you're looking at me like I'm an idiot.
I don't know. I don't plan on my hangovers. So
Yeah. So you're not.
If I can remember to take one of those packs of Chaser, then I probably won't have the hangover in the first place.
Right, that's probably true. So that's the news for you guys today. How about that, huh? A couple of good stories.
Yeah.
Some good health ones like I like. All right, we're going to take a little break, and then when we come back, I'm going to do some of this funny stuff. Listener has sent in another song for us. You guys, you're going to like it. It's good stuff, and I'm looking forward to that. I'll tell you right now. It's good.
Is it up there? Is it okay? Is it great or?
It's up there with the Touch the Felt song.
Touch the Felt.
Yeah, it's right up there with that. So we're going to take a really short break. We'll be right back. Gary Glass is going to be joining us at 6 o'clock from the AHA. Friend of yours, JP?
He's a good dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You had a couple beers with him?
Every so often. I mean, I see him, he does the national homebrew competition.
Yeah.
He does all the organizing for that, or he did. Maybe he still does. But that guy just flies, man. It's hard to see him because he's back doing the judging, organizing, all that stuff. The guy does a lot for that competition. So
okay, gotcha.
He's a good guy.
All right, well, hopefully plenty to talk about with the upcoming competition in June it is, right? Mm-hmm. The National Homebrew Conference there. And we'll talk to him about that and some of the political issues going on. That's coming up at 6 o'clock. Get your fat tire ready, too. That's what we're tasting at the 6 o'clock hour. We'll be right back. It's the Brewing Network.
You're listening to Three Guys.
Excuse me, what about me?
Yeah, sorry. You're listening to Three Guys and One Girl use a radio show as an excuse to drink more beer. The Brewcasters on the Brewing Network.
Yes, sir. Go down to the old pub instead, right, Daniela?
That's a very good song. I love it.
Dedicate that to you.
I know. Appreciate.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Brewing Network, the Sunday show. We got Gary Glass from the AHA coming in about a half an hour. And our tasting at about the same time is going to be Fat Tire, so get that stuff ready. We're also going to do a tasting from one of our listeners, Stino. One of our guys sent us some beer not too long ago. I've been chilling it for a while, and we're going to do a tasting there. And then I got another tasting going on later. I think we're going to taste George's beer.
Wow.
Which I think George goes by the name of Wichita Brewer. I don't know if he's in the chat room there today. Danielle, you got Wichita Brewer in there?
I believe so.
Yeah, so I think we'll be tasting his beer. Let me do this. Crotch Rot, why don't you go ahead and give us a call, 888-401-BEER, because the song that I'm going to play for you guys was made by Crotch Rot, one of our longtime Floridian listeners.
I'm afraid. That makes me nervous.
He is a creative genius,
He's a talented man.
This guy
really
has got some talent. He's the guy who makes those pictures that are in the forum if you haven't seen him. Not all, he doesn't make every single one, but a lot of those real funny ones, that's Crotch Rot's handiwork there.
And you and I are really close, Justin.
I just asked him how he comes up with all that stuff, and he said he just follows the voices in his head.
He's a sick bastard, that's how. Give us a call, Crotch Rot. I want you on the phone when we premiere this song. Maybe I'll do it while we're waiting for you to call. But basically, the background of this song, I'll just give you a little story. It's entitled Apocalypse Doc. Is what it's called. And I think what's going to come out of this is the new adventures of Apocalypse Doc. It's going to be a series. And this is the first installment. And in this installment, Apocalypse Doc is going through boot camp. And I think getting ready to be sent off to the desert to go to war. But first, obviously, he's got to go through boot camp. And that's the first adventure of Apocalypse Doc. All right? I'm going to play it for you guys, and we'll get Crotch Rot on the phone. He can kind of go further with us after that. Here you go. The Adventures of Apocalypse Doc.
I am Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, your senior drill instructor. From now on, you will speak only when spoken to. And the first and last words out of your filthy sewers will be sir. Do you maggots understand that?
Bring it there.
Who the fuck said that?
Bring it there.
What have we got here? A fucking comedian. Do you think I'm cute? Do you think I'm funny?
Not mom again? Okay, good. Don't make me come over this counter.
Well, any fucking time, sweetheart.
Is anybody going to be out in the desert with me?
I'm asking the fucking questions here, Private. Do you understand?
I'll maybe get my flamethrower out.
Ah! What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
Because alcohol is that time continuing thing, and it just like squishes it down.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Are your services done? You need to make me a cheeseburger.
The Adventures of Apocalypse Doc, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
You're a legend, Doc.
Oh, yeah.
You are.
Hey, Crotch, you there, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
How are you?
I almost couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard.
What do you guys think of the new Adventures of Apocalypse Doc there?
This is very good.
Oh, man, did I laugh when you sent me that, Crotch. That's good stuff.
Oh, God, that's good stuff, man.
I wonder what I'm going to sound like when I'm in country.
Yeah. No. I'm telling you, as I was editing some of it last night, I wanted to do a whole intro thing for you. I got to get it down next time, though. It was like 3 a.m. I was done. But The Adventures of Apocalypse Doc, man, it's like the next... I don't know, the next
There'll be a comic
Survivor
book.
or something. It's going to beat out American Idol in ratings, I think.
That's reality, baby.
Yeah.
While I'm doing it, I was just dying laughing. I couldn't stop laughing while I'm doing it.
I mean, how did you even have the time to go through and find those clips? Is that all in one episode?
Yeah, that's actually in one episode. So there's plenty of Apocalypse Doc laying around out there. 6 months worth of Apocalypse Doc.
Here's what I'm concerned about. I know that Doc has a good sense of humor about this thing. That's all fine and good. I'm concerned, Doc, that you're going to become self-conscious and not give us any more good material like that. You know?
Yeah, you never know.
Well, actually, I was sitting around playing around yesterday, and I actually had Apocalypse Doc having an argument with Judge Judy.
That's great.
Good, because I hate her. Man, I hate her.
Oh, yeah, send me that one, man. That's great. That's great. Well, I appreciate it, Crotch. It's now on the list of good stuff to play around here. So let's keep it up. I'm going to keep collaborating with you on those things, and we'll do one a month or something, the new adventures of Apocalypse Doc.
Okay, then.
All right. See you later, buddy. Thanks.
Later.
All right.
Talented individual.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Can we get this beer opened here? Let me see what we got. This is Stino's. Oh, so Stino is Wichita brewer, actually, not George. If you want to give us a call, if you're out there, give us a call, Stino, Wichita. Although I don't know, did you mark which ones we're drinking here, Daniela?
No, we couldn't because we have one recipe sent with the 2 bottles of beer.
Gotcha.
But the 2 bottles of beer were not labeled, so you guys will have to figure it out.
Oh, it's like a little game, huh?
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
like a little game.
Let's crack these open then, and we'll see if we can not only see how they taste, but figure out what the hell they are. Stino, give us a call, 888-401-BEER, so we can discuss the beer with you. I've been getting a lot. I got to set up rules, and I'll do it on the webpage too. Let me just announce them here. 2 quick announcements. One is rules for sending beer are please label each bottle individually, not only with the style of beer that it is, but with your name as well. And I don't mean to be just a jerk about that, but we get a lot of beer sent in, and it all goes into the fridge, like with my homebrew and beer we're waiting to taste from other people, and it's hard to keep track of. So please
wait a minute.
Label each beer.
We get a lot of beer around here?
We do. I got a whole fridge full of it. Yeah, I don't touch it. I don't drink it. In fact, I was thinking about that today.
Nor do you tell us about it.
With the amount of drinking that I do, I show some good restraint in not drinking the listener beer. I always save that for the show.
I always thought you always did.
No, I don't drink it. But our shows have been so packed with events lately. I actually put it on the list to do a tasting last week, but we didn't have time to get to it. So I'm forcing it in this week. I think we got Stino here. Are you there, buddy?
Yes, I am.
How are you, Stino?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys?
We're doing all right.
Good.
Sorry it's taken a while. We just had to fit in some tasting here. So.
Oh yeah, no problem.
So you heard our dilemma that we don't know which one is which.
Well, one is.
One's got oak.
Well, one's light and one's dark.
Oh, there we go. That's easy. One looks like one.
That's how you tell the difference.
That dark one, I'll tell you right now, I'm just looking at John's. It is thick as thick gets. It's actually stuck to the side of the glass. It's so thick. All right, let's, you guys tasting the pale ale here, huh?
I think it's a pale, right?
Is it a pale ale, the other one?
Yeah, I believe so. If that's, I had to pull up, I didn't know you were tasting tonight, so I didn't pull out my notes in time.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Let's see here.
It's lost some carbonation in the sitting.
Which one is it?
This one's the pale, the lighter colored one. The lighter colored one.
It's almost got no carbonation.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. Did you keg this and then bottle it, or bottle conditioned?
I kegged it.
You kegged it first. Okay, so it probably just lost some of the carbonation in the bottling process and then hanging around for a while.
Did you test the keg before you bottled it?
Yeah, I had.
Because I've done that where
I think what I probably did was just I didn't use my counter pressure filler.
Okay.
I probably got lazy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I've had an old keg that's been in the back for a while, and maybe it's got 6-8 beers in it or something. I'll just let's just go ahead and bottle this, and it'll make some room in there.
Yeah.
And I forget to test it, and that keg's kind of flat. So now I got 6 bottled flat beers.
Right.
Usually my problem is I forget to take the damn gas off, and I over-carbonate.
Oh, I was going to say, I forget to take the gas off, and like I keep the gas line on, but I'll turn the gas off, and sometimes I'll get some seeping that way because I don't disconnect the actual gas thing. With you, Doc, I was thinking you get 6 to 8 beers left and you bottle it so you make more room. I'm always like, well, I guess I'm having 6 to 8 beers tonight because I need to make some room. All right, so that's the first thing we got going on with this. It's a clear looking beer. It came real clean. How long has it been hanging around, Stino?
Gosh, it's been hanging around for about 6 months or so.
Okay, so and do you filter?
No, I don't filter.
Okay, so just a good natural carbonation. John's making funny faces like he's chewing on his own mouth over there.
No, he's having the dark one.
Oh, he's having the darker one? Okay, that's a thicker one.
John advances to the head of the class.
All right, my first impression of the flavors, I'm getting a little butteriness in there, maybe a little diacetyl. It's hard to get I have a tough time tasting what beer is actually going to taste like without carbonation. So automatically, I'm a bit limited in
Well, it does throw you off because the carbonation has a lot of bitterness quality to it. It helps offset some of the sweetness.
Yeah. I don't taste anything real foul. I don't know if it's infected in there. I don't taste anything real foul. What do you guys think?
I get oxidation.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little cardboardy.
Cidery.
It's 6 months old. It's lost almost all its hops.
Has it?
Yeah, you got the dregs of the batch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We got the bottom there.
Yeah. But did you use English yeast? Do you remember?
I think I used the
American?
Yeah.
All right. What about you, John? What are you getting out of that thing?
Cider.
It is a little cidery. What's that about?
Oxidation, I think.
That's oxidation?
I would
Okay.
say a little lacto, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think my bottles... I haven't tasted that one in a while, so I don't remember getting any of the cidery.
Okay.
Maybe it's just gotten a little more aged.
Right at the end, it's a little bit sour. Not right up front, but the fact that it's not carbonated, you can feel that on the back of your tongue right at the end. I think if it was carbonated, you probably wouldn't do that, but it could have been. But it's been around for a while, and maybe it was a little bit infected.
It tastes like it was pretty good when it first came around.
Yeah,
it
has
a lot of nice qualities.
That's what I was going to ask you guys next. Are all of these things you're finding just that it's been hanging around for a little too long?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so other than that, a good base beer.
The bottling issue. So what do we have to do to rate new beer?
What do you mean?
Send us some new beer.
Yeah, the other beer that we have here too has been hanging around a little while too. Not months though. I mean, I've only had these things for a couple of weeks.
Well, let's get on that dark beer before John.
Yeah, let's try that. John's over there slamming your darkie. Well, now what kind is the dark beer? Oops. My bad.
It's an imperial stout. It's actually about 4 years old.
Oh, that one's 4 years old. This guy. All right. What do you think about it so far, there, P-Town?
It's like drinking coffee.
Is it?
Slamming the back.
Johnny 5-0 for you.
That one's
judge him,
about
Johnny.
8% ABV.
Ooh. Oh, I like that. Can I get a little taste of somebody,
No.
sir? Come on, guys, give me some beer.
Just some of that black one.
Yeah.
It was brewed in 2000, November 16th, kegged in 01.
Why is it so amazingly thick? Is that
there's no carbonation again?
Is that an RAS?
This one's flatter than the other one.
Is that an RAS style? Is it supposed to be real thick like that, or is it just the high alcohol? What's going on there? I mean, it's actually like wine. You know when you swirl a glass of wine and then it sticks to the side of the glass? You're getting the same thing out of this guy here.
It's very viscous.
It's actually color in the side of the glass. It stays.
That's awesome.
Kind of like molasses.
Yeah, that's really cool. I kind of like it. I think it's sort of fruity at the same time as being coffee-like too. Mm-hmm. It's like that coffee ice cream, like cappuccino ice cream. That's what it tastes
like. A little of like a teriyaki thing going on.
That's the thickness. You put soy sauce in it.
Yeah. That kind of looks like soy sauce.
I don't get the teriyaki thing.
I do.
I get the cappuccino.
And I get soy sauce is what I get.
Yeah.
A little salty. Yeah.
I like it. I think it could use a little carbonation, so again, with having hung around for a long time, but I bet you that a year ago this beer was good.
Yeah, it was a situation where I think I let the carbonation go down on the keg too far without hooking the gas back up.
Stino, if you got a problem getting rid of your beer in time, you feel free to just ship it on out, man.
I'm sure I'll send you guys some more down the road.
All right.
Load up the station wagon, drive it out.
And drive it out. Well, I think it's it looks to me like your process is going real well because you're brewing some pretty clean beers.
It tastes great.
It's just the age, so I think you're. I don't know that anybody has any suggestions about what to do with your brew. It's just that it's been
a party, man.
Yeah, get some people to drink it.
I graduate in May, so I'm already planning with my classmates that we're gonna just have a massive blowout because I'm damn sick of school.
That a boy. That's what you got to do.
The senioritis.
Yeah, when I finally graduated, I didn't do anything but drink and party for like 6 weeks, because I went to Europe right after 2. I partied here for 2 weeks, and then I went to Europe for 4, and I didn't do any. I was drunk for 6 weeks, is what I'm getting at. Yeah, and it was a good time.
And then we came back, and you kept partying for another 12 months or so.
Yeah, it's coming to you, man. You're going to deserve it. You party.
It's awesome.
In fact, do the party on a Sunday, Stino, because you don't have class on Mondays anymore when that happens. And then call us up when you guys are all hammered.
Drunk. Oh, will do.
Yeah, drunk and belligerent.
Call the Jameel Show for advice.
I went back and heard some of the archives. Went back to the Drunken Show. my God, I've never heard myself wasted like I was when I called in on that show.
Oh yeah, you were. I can remember that.
I ought to cut.
I don't remember much, but I remember that.
I'm gonna make a drunk. Now that we're doing this doc thing, I ought to make a drunken listener segment and go back and cut out our listeners and play those back.
That's a good idea.
All right, Stino. Thanks a lot for sending us the beer. It looks like you're doing a good job, man. Everything's pretty good. It's just the age. So.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
All right, thank you. Thanks, buddy. We'll see you.
Bye.
All right. Stino Iacopelli, I think is his name. He got a great name. Augustino is his full name.
Yeah.
What a good name on that guy.
That's a great name.
Good Italian guy.
Mm-hmm.
Nice Roman Italian dude right there. Not like me. Where does Justin come from anyway? Does that come from a country even?
Not even in town.
No, it was made up in this country here, I believe. Because nobody in Europe is named Justin.
You're imported.
Did you hear the hate mail last week, JP, that you're so poor you can't even afford a full name?
Oh, yeah, I did.
All right, let's do some quick announcements. First one is our shirts are up for sale, folks. If you have not found out already, if you go to the store page on the Brewing Network, I've put up an eBay store there, and we've got a limited number, a special edition run of Brewing Network T-shirts. I priced them as best I could for you guys to keep it down. We just had to cover for some eBay costs. We lose a couple bucks a shirt over there. But everything is, lined up and ready to purchase. They're already selling out. In fact, we already sold out a large. I got a bunch of extra large left. I got a few double XLs. So if you want them, get on the move. And I'll tell you this, every bit really helps us there. We're using that to buy more shirts to put up for sale so that everybody can get one. And it's that kind of thing that's really going to help us cover the expenses around here. So enough said. You guys asked for them, and they're there. It's the store, and we appreciate it. And then let's go to JP here. Our announcement, the Friday show.
Yes, sir.
This Friday.
I'm ready for it.
It's coming up this Friday.
What day?
This Friday. February 3rd at noon. 12 noon. The show is called Lunch Meat. Lunch Meat with JP and Justin.
You both are going to hell.
And boy, have we got a show planned for you guys.
Oh, it's a doozy.
It's only a 1-hour show, so you don't got to worry about incessant rambling, just an hour's worth of rambling. We've got a lot of guests already lined up that are going to do some phone-ins with us.
That's true.
We're doing a beer club spotlight each week, so
That's awesome.
If you're in a beer club out there, please send us an email. Send it to Justin@thebrewingnetwork.com, and we'll get you lined up. What we do is, for about a 10-minute segment or so, we're going to get you to call in and just talk about your homebrew club, what dues are, what you guys do, and kind of promote the business of homebrew clubs in general. Maybe you guys have some competitions coming up that you want to talk about, anything like that. So that's going to be a regular segment. We're going to do that each week. A couple of surprise segments are going to be in there. We're going to open up the phone lines to you guys, of course. More importantly, we're going to set up a recorder so that you can call in and leave us a 1-minute rant of whatever you want.
This is the best. Right?
Okay, it's going to be it's the Lunch Meat Minute is what it is, and you call in with whatever you want to rant about, and if it's funny enough, or even if it's just angry enough, we'll put it on the air. So I'll give you information about that probably during our first show about how you can call and where to leave the message and all that. So it's really about getting you guys involved in a good lunchtime show.
I'm calling every Friday.
JP is also working on getting some sponsorship going so that we can give away some prizes each week. We're going to get it sponsored by different companies, and we'll do competitions. We're going to do little contests. Like a couple of things we thought of already was maybe if you're listening in at work, you can get your boss on the phone with us, and we'll talk to your boss and ask him for a raise for you. You do that, you'll win a prize. So
there's a trust issue going on right here too.
That's right.
You trust us to talk to your boss.
That's right. Show us. Yeah, you probably shouldn't, but show us how much you hate your job, apparently. And
you also got to cop to the fact that you're listening on company time.
Yeah, that's right.
True.
Well,
True.
I think some people have jobs where they're at the computer, and it's okay that they do that. So, hey, it's all in good fun. We got a couple of other contests lined up. We're going to get some regular ones in there, and it's going to be a good show, guys. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. JP, I don't know if you guys know this, but knows a heck of a lot about homebrewing himself. So the show, even though we've touted it as a way, to not have to worry about people telling us we're rambling or worry about being off the beer topic, it will not be devoid of beer. If you have questions or anything like that, JP's a real good home brewer and has a lot of good answers for you too. He'll be able to take those kind of questions and calls and. That's it, man. So if you guys like to have fun, you like to laugh, go ahead and tune into the Friday show. If you don't, tune into the other ones.
Does he have an email?
JP?
Yeah.
Not yet, but I can give him one real quick. It'll end up being JP at the Brewing Network.
There you go.
So, perfect. You can contact him that way. I'm excited about the whole thing, JP.
Me too. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
We've been recording some audio for it all week long, and so we got a bunch of different segments in there.
Danielle, are you excited?
Lunch meat?
That's what I said.
I'm just a little scared if they do crazy stuff that they're going to involve me somehow and my boss and my company and my friends and my family, so you better not.
I hadn't even thought of that yet.
Those are all great ideas.
Now
I really
that you mentioned it, I could probably.
Good luck to you guys.
Hey, thanks very much. All right, Daniela's got to answer the phone. So there you go. Shirts are on sale and Lunch Meat airs Friday. Two of the best announcements I could think of, huh?
Let's just end the show. It doesn't get any better.
That's it. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. And is that Gary calling in now, Daniela, or a listener? Because I want to take a break if it's not Gary. All right, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a real quick break, and we got George's beer to taste later on too. So if you're out there, George, hang in there. Does he want to get on the phone now? He can hold? All right, good. All right, that's the deal. We'll be right back. Gary Glass is calling in just a few minutes. Get your Fat Tire Amber Ales ready. We'll be right back. It's the Brewing Network.
Hey, this is JP.
And this is Try it. What's my name?
What's my name? Hey, this is JP.
And this is Justin. We're never going to get
You got it right. That'll be awesome. Hey, this is Justin.
This is JP.
I want to tell you guys about my huge giant ego I'm feeding through the internet. Hey, this is JP.
Okay, go. I'm ready.
Hey, this is JP.
And this is Justin.
I want to tell you guys about our new show, Fridays at 12 o'clock. It's called Lunch Meat.
Lunch Meat?
Yeah, Lunch Meat, man.
Really?
Yeah, why not? That's what I'm thinking.
That's the one we're going with?
Yeah. What do you think?
I think that's genius. Lunch Meat. Fridays at noon on the Brewing Network. Yes, sir. Mr. Gary Glass, director of the AHA, is on the phone with us now. Let me see if I can get him in here. Mr. Glass, are you there?
I am here.
Hey, Gary. How are you?
Hi, Gary.
I'm great.
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Justin, the host of the show today, and we've also got Doc and Jason Petros and John in here to talk to you.
Okay.
So I just wanted to let you know who's aboard. Danielle is with us, too. She talked to you first. How are you today?
I'm doing just fine.
All right, good. Can you hear us all right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And you're coming through nice and clear, too. So good work there. So Gary Glass is the newly appointed director of the American Homebrewers Association. How long have you been appointed now?
Officially as of January 1st.
January 1st? Okay. Wow. So very recent. My first question about that, and I think the burning question with everybody is, who do you have to knock off to get a sweet job like that, Gary?
I don't know. It's taken me about 6 years to get here. So
is that right?
I've been with the Brewers Association for 6 years now.
No kidding. Where did you start with them?
I started as the AHA administrator.
Oh, okay.
And back in 2000.
Okay. What does the administrator do?
It does everything that the director doesn't really want to do.
Gotcha.
Photocopy.
Ah.
Just administers the programs of the AHA.
Okay.
Like the sanctioned competition program, the clubs program, national homebrew competition, that kind of thing.
Okay, I gotcha. And then what exactly does the director do then?
Well, the director oversees all of the AHA's operations, works on the budget, works on the plan, sets up the National Homebrewers Conference, and generally chooses or directs the way the American Homebrewers Association runs from year to year.
Okay. That's a lot of work. I got to admit, I don't know a lot about the AHA, which is why I like having you on here, because I want to really find out about you guys. We've had Mr. Papazian on before, and
sure.
He talked to us a bit about what you guys do and some of the things you push for homebrewers. But what I'm curious is that it's not a part-time gig for you guys, right? I'm assuming that it's a career path, and you guys work full-time when you're the director of the AHA. You can't just be in there on Tuesdays, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm definitely here full time.
Okay. See that's what I like about it too. Anytime you can be doing homebrew stuff full time,
it's a good job.
You know, like you guys got a little bit of that going, JP and John. Homebrew stuff full time, and I like that. You know, it's a dream job for a lot of homebrewers out there.
Certainly nothing to complain about. Being able to work in homebrewing
could be worse.
Yeah. First question coming in from our chat room is kind of get us rolling along what the AHA does. Will the AHA ever become worldwide? This is from an Australian listener.
We actually have international members throughout the world. So
okay, so an Australian could easily become an AHA member.
Absolutely, and we do have Australian members already.
Okay, but do you guys sanction any contests or anything over there like you do the competition out here?
I can't think of any off the top of my head, but
okay.
they certainly would be able to register a competition.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Very good. I'm curious, before you got with the AHA then, which you say you'd been doing for 6 years, what'd you do before that?
Well, I went to college.
Okay.
I've been homebrewing for the past 12 years. I started up when I was going to school in engineering at Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo. Then from there, I ended up with a degree in history.
Okay.
And then moved out to Boulder, Colorado, to continue my studies as a grad student at the University of Colorado.
Okay. So were you planning on being a professor of history then?
I was.
Okay. See, that'd be a good
job
too.
Much better.
Yeah, this one is better because you didn't have to get your PhD, right? But the professor in history would have been sweet too because you'd have gotten a lot of time off. You know.
Oh, I'm not so certain about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you got to write a lot of dissertations and whatnot.
Right. It's a lot of writing, a lot of teaching.
Okay. I'm just reading a question at the same time here. What's the NYC?
New York City.
Yeah, but that doesn't... the question I got was, when will the AHA ever offer specials for NYC members? I guess they just want a special deal if they're in New York City.
I'm not certain what that means, but AHA members in New York City can take advantage of the pub discount program that we offer, and Brooklyn Brewing was just added to that.
Gotcha. I want to get Brooklyn Brewing on the horn one of these days too. Their name comes up so often out there. It's got to be good beer, huh?
Yeah, they're definitely making great beer out there.
Okay. All right. So you mentioned that you were a home brewer for a long time. Let's talk a little bit about your homebrewing background. Did you ever enter into these like the national competition that the AHA puts on?
I had never entered into the nationals before.
Okay.
Coming on board on the AHA, and now since I'm on the staff, I cannot enter that competition.
I was wondering about that too. It's like one of those no family members or whatever else of the.
Or affiliates.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't look so good if I took Homebrewer of the Year.
You know what?
The competition that I run.
Yeah, you could put the medal on yourself.
I would think that'd be awesome. Actually,
it's me.
Yeah, I would root for you the whole way. I just think it'd be great. Who won this year? Oh, the director.
Or Charles.
Okay, so you're not allowed to enter anymore. What about other competitions? Do you ever enter your beers into stuff like that?
Yeah, I almost always enter into the local competition, the Dread Hop that's held every year here in Denver by the local club, Hop Barley and the Ehlers.
Okay.
And actually, I did enter in the MCAB last year.
Okay.
In third place.
What's the MCAB for those who don't know?
I'm sorry, Master Championship of Amateur Brewing.
Oh, okay. And is that a nationwide thing too?
Yeah, it's somewhat similar to the National Homebrew Competition, but they use qualifier competitions.
Okay.
That are regionally based competitions. So like the Dread Hop is one of the qualifier competitions, and
gotcha.
The entries in the beer categories of those competitions, the first place in each category can submit their entries into the next MCAB.
Okay. Nice. That sounds like a pretty good deal. And how far, how well have you done in these competitions? The reason I'm asking, I'm curious if, like, as a job description when you applied to work with the AHA, if they asked to taste your homebrew first, like if that was part of the resume. Like if you brew bad beer, you're not allowed in kind of thing, you know?
No, they were pretty forgiving on me. They didn't require any samples before I got the job.
Oh. That's good, so I got a chance, guys.
I think I can hold my own, but I wouldn't say I'm the greatest brewer out there.
Okay. How often would you say you brew now that you're so busy there? How many batches do you think you're going to put under your belt this year?
Oh, I probably do at least one a month.
Oh, that's still pretty good.
It's 5 gallons or 10 gallons?
I do 10 gallons at a
50 gallons.
10 gallons, okay. Not bad.
Yeah. If I threw in mead, it might be a few more batches.
If you do mead, is that what you said?
Yeah, I generally do a few meads every year.
Okay. Well, it's a pretty healthy brew schedule. I don't boast one a month at all. Well, I'm like one every 4 months right now.
It's lazy.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Well, currently I'm having basement issues. My basement flooded with sewage while I was on my honeymoon.
Oh, that's bad for beer.
And bad to bring your bride home too, also.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow, that's not a happy thing to come home to at all.
At least a honeymoon.
No, but thankfully my coworker Catherine Porter was house sitting for us, and she got to deal with it.
Oh, very nice, very nice. I would have just taken your credit card and called somebody, right? Guys, there's a lot of poo in the basement. I was hoping you could do something about that.
Howdy ho!
The first time she's in a place that has a running toilet and it breaks.
Yeah.
So far, it doesn't seem to have affected the beer. I've still got beer on tap down there. There's no Enterobacter that I can detect. So.
Right. Very nice. Very nice. And have you got a favorite beer that you like to brew? Something you've always brewed, kind of thing?
I really don't. I've actually never brewed the same recipe twice.
Oh, no kidding.
No. Oh. I try and switch it up as often as I can.
Okay. So you don't have this complex where you gotta improve that one beer, over and over again to make it the best beer you can, like a lot of us have.
No, I really don't.
Okay. All right, a couple questions coming in from the chat room I got for you.
Okay.
Where do you see the future of homebrewing and the AHA in the U.S.? Well, that's a loaded question, huh?
Yeah. Well, I think that is there more to it?
No, that's it.
Okay. Well, I think that homebrewing is really healthy in the country right now. It seems to be growing, not at a huge pace, but definitely growing. Whereas a few years back, it was definitely in decline. But I think it's definitely on solid footing right now. The AHA is actually in a very good position right now, and we're looking to actually expand. We've got several programs on the line for this year to help expand our membership, and hopefully get more information out to homebrewers and make sure that they stick with the hobby.
Right. Okay. Which is, I like, that you mentioned you're trying to get to membership and supporting homebrewing as a hobby. Could you give me a couple reasons why somebody should join the AHA? Why should I be a member?
Well, first off, there's some great benefits that come along with membership. We have a magazine that we publish, Zymurgy Magazine.
Okay.
In my opinion, is the best magazine available for homebrewing.
I like that magazine, I'll be honest.
We also have our Tech Talk email forum that's available to AHA members, and we currently have somewhere on the order of 5,500 people who receive that
Okay.
daily.
Nice.
And it's a great forum for getting questions answered about homebrewing, and just if you have any problems, some of the best homebrewers in the country and in the world are there to answer your questions. So.
Oh no! So it's just like a network through that through the email, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an email that comes
out. It's a digest format mail forum. It comes out Monday through Friday.
Nice.
We also have a pub discount program where AHA members get discounts at pubs all across the country. We currently have over 250 pubs signed up for that, and we're looking to aggressively expand that this year. So we're hoping to double that number by the end of the year.
That's a great promotion right there. That's a good idea.
Yeah, and it can easily save you the cost of membership within a year.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Especially because our listeners, homebrewers in general, they tend to drink some beer, and out at pubs and going out and finding some new stuff to give them discounts there. That's an awesome incentive for me already, right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we're able to do that because the AHA is a part of the larger organization, the Brewers Association. So we have a professional division as well, and so we have really tight relationships with the craft brewing industry.
Okay, all right.
That's really something else we're looking at, is to really improve the relationship between homebrewers and craft brewers, because really they're all the same. I mean, approximately 90% of the brewers in this country, the professional brewers in this country, started out as homebrewers. So
right.
It's all one group, and as many of you out there probably know, that professional brewing is a matter of passion. People don't do it because they've gotten paid a whole bunch of money.
Right. Yeah, that's true. And it really is it's quite a circle that we have going there with the craft brewers, because it goes both ways, where craft brewers started as home brewers, and then quite the opposite too, where craft brew drinkers like myself end up just liking that beer so much and realizing they can do it themselves, they become home brewers out of the craft brewers. So kind of a combination of the two. You're absolutely right. Is that why now the AHA merged, right? From what two groups was it before?
Well, the AHA was a part of the Association of Brewers.
That's what okay.
And the Association of Brewers merged at the beginning of 2005 with the Brewers Association of America.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
And then we became the Brewers Association.
Okay. Then you guys, everyone became the Brewers Association after that.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Because I had a question coming in if you ever see the AHA spinning off of the Brewers Association.
No, I think really the AHA is right now a vital part of the Brewers Association. It's a grassroots network that helps preserve craft brewing in both terms of home brewing and professional brewing. The professional brewers need people like our home brewers in the AHA network to get the word out about their beers,
right?
And to educate consumers about good beer. And no, I don't see any reason why the AHA would spin off from that. And certainly we as home brewers benefit from what the professional brewers are offering us.
Okay. All right. I have some questions here. Actually, let me throw this one at you first, since we're talking about why to join the AHA. Why should Canadians join? One of our Canadian listeners wants to know.
Well, we already have several Canadian members. I think really the information that you get through Zymergy magazine and through the Tech Talk forums are probably the primary basis for joining. We may at some point be able to expand the pub discount program into Canada, and we'd certainly accept any of our Brewers Association members who have pubs up in Canada to participate in that program.
Good idea. Definitely a good idea. There's some good pubs up there too. Get them involved. Okay. I'm going to announce one of the reasons that I'm going to be joining the AHA, and as I become more involved, the more I learn about this, and I want to talk to you about it. I want to talk about sort of the political movements that go on, and that seem to be going on particularly recently, that are kind of anti to the homebrew movement and outlawing certain things. And I read a bunch of news stories from Alabama last week where they're just barely being able to get kegs on tap and all sorts of different things. And I know from talking to Charlie Papazian that the AHA is very involved and does a lot of promoting about getting other homebrewers involved in these political movements as well. Another example is we've had brewers in here talking about distributors making it more difficult for small-time breweries to get their beer distributed, creating legislation against distribution of the small guys. Can you talk to us about how the AHA is involved in that sort of thing?
Sure, and I can give you a little bit of background on what's going on currently. I'm sure many of your listeners are aware of the Supreme Court decision in Granholm versus Heald on May 16th of last year. That was dealing with direct shipment of wine. Well, the result of that is that a lot of the states have laws regarding distribution of alcohol that aren't in compliance with that decision, and so there's a big push to change the laws in some of those states, and what happens in a lot of cases is that the distributors will try and push through laws that are in their best interest.
Right.
Well, a lot of small breweries depend on self-distribution.
Yeah.
And if their right to self-distribute goes away, access to quality beer will become much more difficult for the consumer. It's bad for the consumer. The prices will go up. A couple of cases that came up last year where they were trying to change the distribution laws, one in Wisconsin and one in California. We were able to mobilize our network of AHA members to contact their state legislators when the bills came up for vote, and in Wisconsin, we were able to get as a result of the direct mail and phone calls from our AHA members.
Yeah.
We were able to get the law changed. So
that's
much more
great.
favorable to craft brewers. In California, another law or bill very similar came up, and our AHA members did the same thing in California, where they contacted their state legislators and told them that the craft brewers are an important part of our segment. They provide a quality product to the consumers, and they support their local communities, and this would be detrimental to them.
Right.
And they were able to get that bill tabled.
See, that's just great, is what that is. Because, I think the problem with the politicians' end of it is that the wholesalers have so much money and lobbying behind them that they don't really, it's hard to get the voice of the craft brewers kind of in there, and an AHA, an organization to do that, an organization with some numbers and some power, is so important. It's unbelievable.
That should be absolutely. It makes a huge difference when you're going up against groups that have a lot of money behind them. They can afford to do a lot of lobbying. We're a not-for-profit organization, as are most of the state brewers guilds. Don't have a lot of money. But what they do have is a lot of fan base,
right?
And especially with the American Homebrewers Association, we can create a template where, and you never know when a bill can come up. It can come up within a matter of days.
Yeah.
And we can send out an email to all of our members within hours.
Gotcha. And you guys monitor that kind of thing constantly, then?
We monitor it through the State Brewers Guild, so we have a pretty close network of State Brewers Guilds, and they keep an eye on what's going on in their states. And when they need help, we're here for them.
That's great. Daniela?
Yeah, I just wanted to say this discussion is going on in the chat room right now, too, between all the people. Like, half of the people believes that it's really important to have organizations like the AHA because they give you a voice, so to say. They give homebrewers a voice, and they are actually the ones who can achieve something for your hobby.
Yeah.
The other part of some of the listeners think they are so discouraged in politics that whenever it comes to politics, they just don't have any faith in organizations, and they think that lobbying is dangerous.
Yeah.
So it's a really interesting discussion going on there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think that the successes that we had in Wisconsin and California are an example of why it's really important to have a national organization and have people who are members, so that we can make a difference.
That's true. Does the AHA actually lobby, like in terms of monetary lobbying, or is it more mobilization of people and emails and calls?
No, the AHA is much more of a grassroots kind of thing. We really don't have the kind of funds we would need to lobby, and we certainly don't have the funds available to be lobbying on a state-by-state basis.
That's what I figured. Yeah, you got to get in on the mobilization.
But we have a network. We also have a network of AHA liaisons, where kind of creating a dialogue between our staff and the AHA governing committee and the homebrew clubs all across the country and all across the world.
Right.
It's surprising how much government is still trying to control that and still trying to stop the production and distribution of alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beer and it's wine. It's not, it's not
heroin,
crack. Yeah, and it's amazing. And a lot of people have thought, well, they're not going to try to shut homebrewing down. They're not going to do anything to take my beer away from me. It's a part of American life. And then Gary just went off about 5 minutes about how this is actually going on, and the AHA really does a lot to stop that.
Yeah,
and sure. I mean, it hasn't been that long since we had prohibition in this country. So
that's right,
and it's not at all inconceivable that that could happen again. So it's important to have these organizations there to make sure that we have our right to quality beer.
Wouldn't that suck?
That would suck.
Man, I'm telling you, and
a lot of suicides.
We just go underground again.
That's right.
Yeah. Look, it's cough syrup.
Call me like Captain Conspiracy Theory if you want, but I'm with Gary about it's not so far off and it's not so far fetched. If you look at censorship in our country as a whole right now and the things that are kind of happening in the U.S., it's insane what places like the FCC are doing to shut down radio and television personalities. I was watching a movie last night on a regular channel. It was like the American Movie Channel or something, and the words that they bleeped out were unbelievable. They bleeped out semen. The person couldn't say semen, which is I know it's whatever. It's not even funny. It's a scientific term.
Yeah.
You went to you heard it in sex education class. They actually bleeped out. You just see what I'm saying? And so I'm not saying these are the words that Gary is using, but I'm saying it's so not a stretch to assume that our country goes too far and could end up really outlawing homebrew or beer supplies or getting local craft brew because the craft brewers couldn't afford to lobby enough to make sure their beer got distributed. It's, it bothers me. And this is what I like about the AHA. I really like that you guys... How much is a membership to the AHA?
It's $38 for 1 year.
That's nothing.
No. That's enough to pay for the magazine itself.
Yeah. So it is a good mag. Between Zymurgy, Brew Your Own, I think that they're two very different types of magazines. You get a very different content. And I really like Zymurgy for its straightforwardness, quality writing, and from people that are really involved in homebrew too. Jamil Zainasheff has put articles in there. Obviously, Charlie Papazian is in it every month. I mean, it is a good magazine. So you're right on that, Doc.
Yeah.
$38 is worth the mag.
You spend that on the brewing magazine anyway alone, not to mention everything else you get out of it.
Yeah, I think my People magazine subscription is like $40 or something.
I just saw the latest edition out there.
And the discounts that you get with the membership,
and
you'll make that money back.
Yeah.
And you don't look like such a homo getting a People magazine out of your mailbox. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but did you hear what's going on with Brad and Jen this week?
No, and if I do, I'll cry.
A couple specific questions about laws for you from our listeners. Are there any plans to get home distilling legalized?
Well, we don't really actually cover distilling, so not in our it's not in our agenda.
All right. Well, Doc might cancel his subscription.
They're not the ADA.
Okay. And someone wants to know if the AHA was involved in helping to lift the 6% ABV limit in North Carolina.
Hell yeah.
Well, we did work with the Pop to Cap people. We were definitely supportive of their mission. we weren't heading up that program, but we definitely offered our support and encouraged our members to participate.
Okay. Yeah, that one we reported on pretty extensively. There was a whole thing, and they've been trying to do that for years, and finally won it over there in the Carolinas. Daniela, go ahead.
One of our chat room people just signed up to the AHA. He wanted me to let you know.
Just now?
Just now. He just visited the website and just signed up.
Who is it?
Wow.
So that
Q-Dog.
We basically just paid you $38 to call into our show, Gary. We
get 10%.
We appreciate that.
Or his beer.
Do you have any affiliations with the CABA or other associations outside of the U.S.?
I have had contacts with the CABA, CABA, Canadian Amateur Brewers Association.
Okay.
We've worked with them on the National Homebrew Competition has a qualifying competition in Canada. So I've worked closely with them over the years on running that competition and getting Canadian brewers to be involved in the National Homebrew Competition.
Gotcha. All right. We got a lot of listeners, just to give you a heads up, in Canada, in Australia, in the Netherlands. You know what's been popping up on our radar, John? Kenya. We're getting a lot of listeners coming out of Kenya in the last 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on there.
Huge.
I guess they just discovered beer or something.
I got tired of chewing root and spitting it out. They want to make beer now.
What's wrong with us? Like, we know what it's like in Kenya.
Dude,
we know they could have the best beer on the planet. We don't know.
No, they think we're all cowboys riding horses over here. So.
Yeah.
Discovery Channel.
We just ran a couple of articles on brewing in Africa.
Okay.
That's right, yeah.
I know in parts of South Africa there's a big homebrew and brew movement.
We had Charlie on. He talked about his trips to Kenya.
Yeah. Oh, was it Kenya that he was talking about specifically?
Yeah, I think it was.
Might have been. Okay. Listener wants to know if there's a lifetime membership.
Sure is.
How much is that bad boy?
$600 for a lifetime membership.
Is that right? So I'm trying to figure. I got to do the math.
20 years.
Do I? That's not going to do me any good. I give myself a good 11 or 12 before my liver turns to callus entirely.
Explode.
All right. Okay. Here's what I want to do, Gary. I got to do a tasting because I forgot to do it at 6. Can you hang in there for a couple minutes?
I sure can.
Are you aware of? I'm sure you are. Fat Tire from New Belgium.
Yeah, they're just up the road.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Listeners, if you got your Fat Tire ready for 6 o'clock, I apologize. Got Gary on the phone before we came back from the break and wanted to get right to it. We've got our Fat Tires here. We do an official tasting every week just to try to help out people's palates. So I think that's what I got poured in this one already, right?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah. I think so. I'm gonna say right now I've never been a big fan of the Fat Tire. Although I am a fan of New Belgium as a brewery because I think that they do have some other really good beers. Fat Tire is huge out in the West.
It's really taken off.
It's just really, you're right. People are just buying it up. But so that's why we picked this one. We thought a lot of people would be able to get it. Let's give it a taste here. I like how you can hear everybody slurping that beer around in the microphone.
It's got
that's what it is.
Interesting aroma. It's kind of cardboardy.
It's like
smells like ass.
There goes New Belgium as a sponsor. It is cardboardy. I won't say it smells like ass, like Doc, but I definitely got the cardboard thing happening. Jason,
it's like a chocolatey almost. It's like the chocolatey roasty smell, but not a whole lot of roasty. Well, there's a little roasty.
No, it tastes. It's biscuit.
Like Victory or something.
It is biscuity also. Yeah,
it's Victory or biscuit malt in there.
A lot of it.
Yeah,
I don't mind the biscuity flavor, but
it's not even caramel malt. It's
It's
not sweet like that. It's really kind of a sharp biscuity, almost a
astringent border.
Yeah, kind of a baking soda kind of taste to it.
None of those are good things.
Up front, it's like watery.
Yeah,
and then the finish is when it kicks in. The reason
I think it's designed to be a real smooth, easy drinking, amber. So
the reason I like it and I like to see out here is because it gets a lot of people off of Bud and Miller and stuff.
Coors.
Yeah,
it's easy,
and then it gets them into craft brewing, and then hopefully they get.
It's a good stepping stone, and it's got a cool bottle.
Yeah,
it gets you the bottle looks like a craft brew bottle, and it gets you away from the mega swill. And you can slap back a lot of these.
Yeah,
I just it needs more flavor.
It does. But, I will give it this. In terms of where it lands on the palate, a lot of times when we do our tasting, I'm able to ask you, hey, it's on the back of my palate, it's on the front of my palate. This one is very evenly over your entire palate. There are no specific places. It's not overly bitter. It's not overly sweet. It's possibly one of the most balanced beers
it's very clean.
I've ever tasted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's nothing specific. It's right over top of the palate from front to back.
And then it disappears right away. Not right away, but it lingers for a little bit, and then it goes away, and you're like, oh, I can have another one of those.
Yeah, but it doesn't blast your tongue with cloying sweetness or too much bitterness and hops where your taste buds are dead. It's almost like it just went away and you want to drink another
I'm going to say that's the popularity of the beer right there. That it's an easy intro. What kind of hops are in it? Anybody know? You guys ever
Are you getting a vegetative type of flavor at all? Like in the finish?
Gary, do you know what hops they use in this thing?
Not offhand, I don't.
So we should have looked that up.
Although I was actually having dinner with Peter Boucard, their brewmaster, last night.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he and Lauren and Eric are all from the brewery. We had a Belgian beer or Belgian style beer. There were plenty of American beers there, and Belgian food pairing evening in Sunshine Canyon, Colorado last night.
Nice. That's a good night right there.
It's a good name.
It was a very good night.
Yeah, I bet.
Sunshine Canyon.
You a little hungover today?
I'm doing just fine.
Okay.
I was able to pace myself.
Good. Because you sound good. I was going to say, a night of Belgians, you sound real good today.
Well, and the night before, I was actually in Boston. We did a AHA rally at the Sam Adams Brewery, and they had Utopias available for our AHA members.
Oh man, no kidding!
And you survived.
I've had a weekend of some very fine beers.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, how many members were available that they made that available to?
Well, we had about 80 people, I would estimate, at Sam Adams on Friday.
All right, there's your $38 worth again, right there.
Yeah, and well, actually, the entrance for is AHA members get in free, or non-members can sign up for a $33 membership. And that gets them in the door. So
that's what happened.
Discounted membership, and they get to share in festivities with the professional brewers. And Jim Cook was actually there, and nice. He talked to the homebrewers. So it was a great event.
Actually had Jim Cook there too. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a huge supporter of homebrewers.
I know that the AHA homepage, which is beertown.org. Has a listing of these events. It says upcoming rallies, and you guys list every city and every time you're going to do one of these things, which I think is good. So now that and I actually was curious about what it is. Now that you mentioned it, I just remember reading it. So if you want to kind of go check it out and get something good out of your money, you can, like Gary says, you can check the listing of the rally, go there, pay $33 to get in, and then you're an AHA member right there, right?
Yeah, and we've got one. We actually have one coming up in New Belgium next month, and Peter Boucard will be there, as well as some of the other staff people to do some tastings, and they're going to have a couple of special beers that aren't available elsewhere.
Yeah.
That they'll share with our AHA members. We've got St. Arnold's coming up there in Houston. And that's going to be in March. Also in March, Deschutes in Bend, Oregon.
Yeah.
What about the West Coast where we are?
Well, there's your Oregon.
Oregon would be West Coast, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, somewhere down around here.
We consider ourselves our own little island.
Yes,
it's called the island of Pacheco.
No, we've got enough people around here. We can do that.
Well, I actually grew up in Walnut Creek, so I know where you're coming from.
Gary and I went to the same high school.
Did you?
Yeah.
That is true.
No kidding. Mm-hmm. Not at the same time, though.
No.
John's a lot older.
Yeah, right.
John's divorced twice.
All right, let's wrap up the Fat Tire so we can move on to. I think we're going to take a break. Let me give my opinion. I'd like to get everybody's opinion about the thing while we're here and doing this. Here's what I think. Like I said, the even palate thing of the Fat Tire. Any disparaging remarks I said about the beer as far as my personal preference. If I were to line up a palate tasting right now so that we could help train what we were to taste, I'd start with a Fat Tire. because of how even it is on the palate, and you can really get a good example of a clean beer that just goes right over the top. And then you could move on to, say, a stronger pale ale that maybe has a little more bitterness and find that on your palate, like a Sierra Nevada or something. And then you could move on to an IPA. You know what I'm saying? In the progression of palate tastings, I would, Fat Tire's just a good clean one to start with. Although I might not buy a 6-pack of it.
Yeah.
John, what do you think?
I don't know. It's overwhelming, the cardboard flavor for me personally. But it is very quaffable, and I think the more you drink it, that Victory biscuit malt that comes through kind of mellows out more on your tongue.
Yeah.
And towards the end of the beer, I kind of enjoyed it. It's very drinkable.
I like that you use both quaffable and biscuity in your description.
Thank you.
Both nice words. Daniela?
The chat room, well, I don't have an opinion about this beer because what do I know about beer? But the chat room thinks that I've never seen them discussing a beer as controversial as this one.
Oh, really?
Some of the people really dig it and love it and say, I love that stuff. Okay. And others go, wow, I would never buy that stuff again.
Okay.
It's really interesting.
It's because it's become so big that everybody knows it. A year ago, you only knew about this beer if you were in the know.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden everybody knows about it. It's the wave that's cresting.
See, I wonder if it's the evenness of the palate, like I was saying, that's why it's popular, or if there's just some genius marketing going on there somewhere. Maybe a little bit of both.
I think there's unique brewing going on.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is. It's not like anything else out there. Mm-hmm. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
I've never had an amber ale like that before, so.
Well, it's basically based on a Belgian amber. So,
Petros, you want to say anything about it?
Sure, man. Yeah, I agree. It's good for kind of a palate trainer. It's real light malt. There is some malt there. The biscuit, maybe a little much, but to kind of teach someone, well, this is what this tastes like. This is what this tastes like, because it's kind of irrelevant. Not a whole lot of beers use it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely easy drinking, and I can see why it's becoming so popular. Like you said, it is marketing. They do a lot of marketing. I mean, it's a good company as far as, they're wind powered and they do a lot for the earth. And, so that, I think, in and of itself, people would gravitate towards, especially in eco-friendly California.
I like that you took the hippie route.
You like that?
I
do. I was trying to do something. And anyway, so it's a tasty beer, not personal favorite, but then again, that's why I homebrew, right?
Well, and for those of you who don't like the Fat Tire, I'll say it again. New Belgium has, I can think of about 5 off the top of my head. There might be more. They got a few beers there, so I have liked every beer I've tasted from New Belgium more than I liked the Fat Tire. So don't write off the brewery. By all means, check out some of their other beers. They're very, very different. This is just sort of their flagship guy. So Doc playing with his video game again, beeping in the thing. I want to take a real quick break, Gary, if you don't mind, and then we're going to come back and get a last few comments out of you and wrap it up. Is that okay?
Sounds great.
All right, cool. You listen to the Brewing Network. We got Gary Glass, the new director of the American Homebrewers Association, on the phone with us. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Brewing Network.
Okay, man. Hey, check this out. I was thinking about an idea, right? I remember this Fruity Pebbles commercial where they had a rap, where Barney did a rap.
Yeah.
I wrote a rap for us. You want to hear it?
Yeah, all right. So we're going to try to rap.
Yeah, I think it'd be great. We could do it.
All right, let's give it a go.
All right, man. Ooh, that's hot, man. I'm feeling this.
Yo.
Yo, my name is JP, and I'm here to say I'm on the Brewing Network in a major way. I've got Justin with me.
I got JP.
We're serving you up every Friday at noon.
Yeah, I don't think so, man.
What didn't you think so?
It's no good.
That was brilliant. What are you talking about?
Dude, we're not rappers.
Maybe you're not. Did you just hear that?
Yeah, I got one line.
That's all you need, dude.
Check it, I got JP.
Yeah, look, remember this, okay? Remember this, Justin. I'm the talent.
Fuck this.
Yeah!
Lunch Meat, the new show coming Friday, February 3rd to the Brewing Network.
And now back to the Brewcasters. On the Brewing Network.
All right, we're back with Gary Glass, the new director of the American Homebrewers Association, on the phone with us. You still there, Gary?
I sure am.
All right, very good. We're gonna let you off the hook, but we got a couple of things we wanted to ask about before we go. The National Homebrew Competition that you guys do, which is I never know if it's the National Homebrew Competition or the National Homebrew Conference.
Well, we have both actually. There's the
and
National
it's the same
Homebrew
weekend.
Competition,
Okay.
Which is the world's largest beer competition with over 4,000 entries.
Okay.
And we do have the National Homebrewers Conference, and that's going to be coming up this June in Orlando, Florida. That's June 22nd through the 24th.
Nice. Doc won't be there because he hates Florida. But the rest of the Brewing Network will be there. We're going to go do it. And are you going? You're going, John.
I'm going.
You always go to that. We're going to be there looking at possibly getting a booth and doing we might broadcast from there too.
That would be outstanding.
Okay, cool. I'll probably, actually, either you or if you want to hand me down to one of your underlings, that would be fine too. I just would want to contact you about a couple of things, because for one, we'd like to broadcast some shows from a booth, which, we'll do the regular exhibitor thing. But also, we'd like to record some of the lectures that go on there and bring those to a lot of the people that can't make it, because a lot of people can't travel around for these kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
So
we'll see what we can do.
Get you on the horn with that.
Why don't we broadcast the final results?
That would be cool too. Do you guys do, Gary, just a whole thing where you're all in a room and you announce all the winners?
Yeah, actually, at the last day of the Homebrewers Conference, we do the Grand Banquet and Award Ceremony where we do announce the winners.
Okay. So on a normal year, then, how do the winners who don't make it there find out? They don't find out to the next day when they get emailed or something?
Oh no, we post them to the beertown.org website as soon as the ceremony is over.
As soon as it's over, gotcha. Maybe a little broadcast might
cool.
help. We can get people tuning in from all over to see if they won.
Yeah.
All right.
And really, even if you don't like Florida, it's still going to be a great conference, and it's going to be at the Wyndham Resort, and there's no need to actually even leave the resort. There's going to be beer events going on throughout the day, evening, all the time. No need to even leave the hotel.
You had me at there's going to be beer.
So wait, as long as I don't have to interact with any Floridians.
Hey, let me tell you, actually, in terms of this Doc not liking Florida, I read a news story today, I think JP sent to me. I didn't read it on the air, I read it earlier. There's now a major killer bee epidemic going on in Florida, by the way, which shouldn't discourage you from going. This NHC thing is all indoor, and like Gary said, it's all at the resort. But any state that has a killer bee problem, that bothers me.
Well,
it's already what? It's hurricanes,
fire ants,
alligators,
chickens.
What?
There's a chickens disease going on right now.
A chickens disease? You mean the bird flu?
Yeah, are you talking about the bird
flu? And that's just in Florida? No, I thought it didn't make it to our country yet.
Not yet, at least.
So, I'm just talking Florida, man. But hey, what the hell, while we're at it, let's pin the chickens disease on the state.
There'll certainly be plenty of great homebrew there, and
yeah, absolutely.
And there's a lot of fine mead makers in Florida. So, and it's a national event. We'll have people from all over the country. We'll have clubs coming in from all corners of the country to set up their booths and share their beers.
It's always a good time.
That's what I'm looking forward to. I've never gone to it, and I don't care where it is. It could be in New Orleans, so that would mean it'd be a swimming brew fest this year, but I'd go anyway, because I like that all the homebrew people are showing up, and there's going to be good beer there.
How many people are we talking?
Yeah, what's your average turnout over there, Gary?
700,
well, it's been growing over the past several years. Last year we had over 800 attendees. So
wow,
what?
800 people or so, and
yeah, we're looking at 800 to 1,000 homebrewers this year.
And they have classes and conference. You can go in the room and listen to like famous people talk. And
yeah, well, we're going to be posting speakers to the beertown.org site shortly, probably within the next week or so. So
it's amazing how much
we've already lined up some really outstanding speakers.
The information you can get there is just outstanding.
I noticed that it's not posted yet. Could we get an exclusive, maybe a couple of names of people you got lined up?
Well, I want to make sure that that the guy who's lining up our speakers on the local committee has people confirmed before I put any names out there. But trust me, there's going to be some big names in the beer world that are going to be talking at this conference, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be the best lineup of speakers we've ever had. So
you guys should invite Doc to speak there. He's a real good speaker.
I hear something coming.
Yeah, he's here. Check this out. He this is what his speech would be about.
Bring it out.
What do you think? Can we get him on board, Gary?
All right, I'll go to Florida.
We'll have to talk about that.
Yeah. Now, I will be sending beers. So
when is when's the deadline for the first round, Gary?
The entry deadline for the first round of National Homebrew Competition is April 3rd to the 14th.
Okay.
And then there are regional sites for that competition, so you'll check out the website. That map should be up there shortly. It's not up there right now, but within the next couple of weeks we'll have the map of all the regions. So entrants submit to their regional site, and then the winners from those regions, and there's 10 of them, advance on to the second round, which we hold at the conference.
I thought I saw that last year you guys had something like over 700 people make it to that final round, or the second round, I guess it is then. Did I see that on your website?
There's over 700 entries that qualify for the second round.
That's what it was, qualify for the second round. That's a lot. That's a big competition.
Yeah,
that's the second round.
Yeah,
we have over 1,000 people submitting entries to the first round.
You do. Wow, that's great. That's a
pretty massive undertaking, and it's a great competition. The quality is really high in this competition. We have since we do the judging at the conference, we attract some of the finest judges from all over the country. So.
Right. Okay. Hey, that's good.
Well, that'll get you just great feedback too.
Yeah.
One of the big problems of small competitions is you don't get very good feedback necessarily.
Yeah.
And this is where you find out what's good, what's bad.
It's important. I don't know if I'm going to submit my beer there, but I'm certainly going to drink some beer there, Gary.
Why wouldn't you?
It would be hard not to.
Yeah.
You should submit, I think.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I could save you the entry fee and just
you tell me it's
decline you. Yeah,
you decline.
I'll just give it to the panel here before.
Is there a competition for girls too?
It's anybody.
Anybody can enter.
But there's no special competition for girls.
No, there's no special competition.
Well, then I don't.
Actually, there is a competition for women. The
Queen of Beers.
I think the Queen of Beer competition.
Yep. That's a local competition.
That's out in California.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, but not for the Nationals.
Not for the Nationals.
Yeah, it's not part of the Nationals.
You guys split California, right? The regions, didn't you do that?
I think this year.
Yeah.
Well, California, we had one judging site in California for the past several years, and down in San Diego, and they had over 700 entries the last couple of years, and that's just really too much to ask for one group to judge. So,
yeah, those are some drunk
judges.
judges.
So we split the state.
So now you got just northern and southern?
It's they've created new regions. So the Southern California site will be judging entries from Southern California, Arizona, and New Mexico, and Hawaii.
Okay.
And then the Northern California site will be judging entries from Northern California, Nevada, Utah, and Colorado.
Which is good for us up here in Northern California.
It is?
Yeah, we don't have to compete with all the Quaff guys and the Maltose Falcons and all those people. Like Jamil, basically. Like if you enter a competition, you know Jamil's entering that same friggin' category, right?
Yeah,
I want my
the
beer
guy has
still against
8,000 beers. No, we don't.
John's ready to take him on.
Yeah.
But it's great. You know, I think it's good. It doesn't really overload the judges, and it takes some stress off. I think it's going to be good.
Yep.
Well, Paul, the competition is coming out of San Diego. As far as if that was the only place down there, you're only going to have 3 winners per category, so that cuts it way down. You're just not going to get the chance to get in.
Yeah.
So this way, we've got more of a chance. Like they said, most of the 700 entries down there just for one region.
I still think SoCal will have more entries than NorCal.
It was actually the largest region of the the entire competition with the California region. So
I mean, that's
got to the point where I have to cut the state in half.
Right.
Well, they've been lobbying to do that for a long time.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, that's how many entries made it to the second round. About 700. That right there. I mean, it's huge.
Yeah. Okay. Let me give you one last question. I want to say I really appreciate you spending some time with us, Gary, and talking about the AHA here. And,
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure.
Okay. How about the future? Doc and I were talking about this at the break. Doc was curious about some plans for the future of the AHA. Maybe where do you see you guys in 5 years? Doc was mentioning you're almost a fledgling. You're pretty young. It's not the oldest organization on the planet, so you got room to grow. Where do you see you guys going?
What do you got planned for the future? What are you heading towards? What's on the drawing board, I guess?
Well, right now we've just launched these AHA rallies in the past year, and looking to expand upon those so that we get people from everywhere involved. So on the regional level, as well as expanding our pub discount program so that there's pubs available in pretty much every region, so everybody can take advantage of that benefit. And looking to expand the AHA overall, having more information available, using more of our grassroots network to get information about homebrewing, so we can bring more people in, get more people involved in homebrewing.
There you go. It's a good future, man. That's a big undertaking. I like that you got 200 breweries involved now. And you're looking to increase that, maybe even double it this year. I like that.
Yeah, we're hoping to hit 500 by the end of the year.
Wow, that's a good goal right there.
Well, it doesn't hurt them joining up and making it available to the rest of us either.
Yeah,
no, it's really mutually beneficial. It's kind of a pre-made customer loyalty program. So they get AHA members driven to their establishments. We publish their information on our website and in Zymergy magazine, drives customers to them, and it gives AHA members the benefit of discounted prices on food, beverages, merchandise.
Discounts are good, friends.
Yes,
discounts are very good. All right, Gary. Hey, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
All right.
See you, Gary.
It's beertown.org is the address if you guys don't know it. Put it in your favorites menu. I go there at least 3 times a week just to check out what's happening, get updates. There is a page up right now to find out about the National Homebrew Competition and the National Homebrew Conference. They are updating it very soon. It says it right there. They'll be putting more information about how to register, who the speakers are going to be. I'm looking. We're definitely going to it, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Beertown.org. Gary Glass, the new director of the American Homebrewers Association. Get your Zymergy magazine through them. And again, just really appreciate you spending the time with us, Gary.
Great, thank you. I appreciate the time.
All right, very good. And say hello to Charlie P for us. He's really just a crackpot that you guys keep around for name recognition, right?
Oh no, he's definitely involved in everything we do here.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He was a lot of fun on here. So give our regards to the P man.
Absolutely.
The P man.
I just gave him his own little rapper name.
I'm sure he liked it.
I'll let him know.
All right. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Gary, see you, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
All right. There you go. Gary Glass from the American Homebrewers Association. John, you're a member.
I am. And I just signed up for a 3-year membership because they have a discount on it.
Oh, yeah? What's the price of that?
You save like $20.
Don't ask him.
You save almost for 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year free, basically. So, no, I did not pay.
I'm a member.
B3 paid. Yeah. Gotcha. See, right now I bootleg your magazines. Occasionally, if I'm at your house, I snag them, or occasionally you drop them off over here. Yeah. I'm going to stop bootlegging, though. I think I'm going to join up. The political thing got me going.
Good.
You know, you start talking about things like that and getting involved and fighting the man. That's right up my alley,
dude.
That's what gets me riled
up. Jay Crosley right there, man.
This man be keeping it down.
That's right. I just want to fight the man.
I'm waiting for the man to come look at us.
Yeah, the man's on his way. Don't you worry about that. Hey, T-shirts are up for sale on thebrewingnetwork.com. You can click our store button, a little eBay store up there, and buy a T-shirt. JP told me he's going to buy one, didn't you, buddy?
Yes, I did.
He's XXL.
Even our hosts don't get free ones. You like that? He's gonna.
No, I don't. I'll make one. I'll get a Sharpie
like
and a
that,
white
no.
and a white shirt.
There's a limited edition. I'm going to tell you guys right now. The shirts that you can buy right there, and I mean this. I am not. This is no lie. We don't even have them. John doesn't have one. I don't have one. Doc doesn't have one. Daniela does not have one. These shirts are so limited in the numbers that we were able to get out of the company we got them from. We don't even have one. So the shirt you're getting, it really is. When I say limited edition, I mean it, man.
Are they numbered?
They're not numbered, no. But you'll know. The new ones are going to be slightly different because we've had to go through a different company, and we're buying a bigger lot when we do the new ones. And I'm hoping if they do them right, that's going to be our recurring user. So no, they don't have a number, but you will know that it's a different shirt, it's a different logo. So I'm just
you can have one of both.
Yeah. Okay. Got a caller on the air here, I think, who might be angry. Caller, you're on the air.
Yo, what up?
Hey, who we talking to?
Buzzcut.
Hey, Buzz, what's happening?
Dude, beer of the week sucked ass.
What did he say?
He said our beer of the week was real bad.
You can't win them all, dude.
You didn't
what do you mean you can't win them all? That wasn't even a starter.
Hey.
I mean, that one didn't even finish. It didn't even start the race.
Didn't even start the race?
Hang on. In New Belgium's defense, this is the guy who was drinking 10 MGDs a couple of weeks ago.
And you know what? MGD tastes a whole lot better.
Is that right?
Oh, I'm telling you. I mean, the front taste is rice. The back taste is ass. All right? So
That's
you
what
got
Doc
rice
said.
and ass.
Oh, that's not good. That's like bad Chinese food.
Oh, and you're not hungry afterwards.
Oh, man.
Well, we can't give you all good beer. You wouldn't learn anything.
That's right.
I make my own beer, and I make beer that's at least 100 times better than that.
Well, I think that's the general rule among our listeners anyway, no matter what the tasting in here. Listen, I stand by my comments, though. If you don't like that one, try some of the other ones from New Belgium. And I mean that. I really stand by it, because I have tried some other ones that I was surprised. I went, wow, now that's a good beer, after not being such a big fan of the Fat Tire.
And you have no taste buds in your head.
Have you tried the other ones?
Yes, I have.
And you didn't like any of them?
New Belgium's okay. There's some things that they make that are passable, but this one is not. And it's like a hit in the college kids around here in Reno.
Oh, they love it.
And it's just...
Because they can't get Stella everywhere.
Well, shit.
Stella.
When they can get...
That's a college one, too.
Naughty Ice for $9 a case.
Yeah.
Where are you going to go?
I don't know. I drink Fat Tire before I drink Natty Ice, I'll tell you that.
Well, you know what? I would my MGD tastes a whole lot better than the Naughty Ice. I just... Ugh. and the New Belgium, they have some that are all right, but this one, no.
Are you drunk, Buzzcut?
No, I'm not.
You were very angry in a chat room already.
Well,
angry
because
fella.
when I was listening to the jazz show and I asked, or the blues show, I asked what the beer was, and they said, "Oh yeah, it's New Belgium Flat Tire." I'm like, "Oh, you got to be kidding me!"
Oh, so you were angry already, even before you had the tasting.
Yeah, this is noon. I'm still drinking coffee, and I'm going, "Oh, all right, well, I will pick it up." So the wife went to the S-Mart, and she picked up...
Good wife.
Yeah.
A
Because you didn't want to be seen buying it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. What's the S-Mart?
S-Mart.
Shop
Smart.
Shop S-Mart.
You know that, JP?
Oh, yeah, dude.
JP knows it.
I'm all over that, man.
See?
All right, Buzz. Hey, I value your opinion. I'm happy that you voiced it here. That's fine by me.
Yeah. Now Oz is giving me shit in the chat room. See, I just can't go wrong.
That's true. Hey, join the club. Oz is going to give you shit no matter what. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Well, oh, look, High Life, the champion of beer.
That's right. That's right. Thanks, Buzz.
Hey, have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
See you.
Later.
I wouldn't mind, in all fairness, I wouldn't mind hearing from the other side of the Fat Tire camp. I think that it's often that we do beers in here that we decide whether we like them or not, and we don't get the differing opinions going on. So how about let me hear from a camp out there who likes the Fat Tire, and let's hear your opinion too. 888-401-BEER.
Well, I think the isn't the point of doing these things to train the palate, and you don't necessarily have to. I mean, because not everyone's going to like every beer, right?
Yes, you're.
I think that's why we started doing this, is so we could pick out what's this, what's that, and it doesn't. And it was mostly to pick beers that most people can get a hold of.
You're absolutely right. All I'm saying is that if we are going to end up getting an opinion about it being real bad, I wouldn't mind taking the opposite camp if it's out there. 888-401 beer. But you two are absolutely right, JP and Doc, that it is about training the palate, which is why I really liked the part about how just even and clean it is.
Well, you've come a long way in 6 months.
About being able to taste stuff, and you know what? More so, it's being able to describe what the hell I'm talking about when I'm tasting it. Because what I started doing is saying, "Hey, what the hell is happening on my tongue right there?" And then you guys would help tell me, and then I get to know it. All you need to do is hear it once, and that's what we're trying to do for everybody with the segment. So that's really the point. There was a list of beers put up in the forum this week to John. That it was a bunch of requests of beers that are available a little more worldwide, and I really liked that list. I checked it out too, so I think we're going to be incorporating that one real soon.
I've already done that.
You did? Okay.
I've started it.
All right, cool. Because that's one where beers are really sort of widely available.
That'd be the best thing to do, is so everybody can get some.
Yeah.
Even though we think it's ubiquitous everywhere, it not necessarily is.
That's right. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard for us to tell where everybody can get it. So that was good. Go ahead and leave your list, especially if you're, if you're in one of our listeners in Great Britain, Kenya, the Netherlands,
Japan.
Tell us what you guys can get. Give us a list, and we'll see if we can, find that for everybody too. Mrs. Crotchrot, you're on the air.
Oh, hi.
Mrs. Rot.
It doesn't bother you that I call you Mrs. Crotchrot, I hope?
No, it's been a long-standing name, so I'm used to it.
Okay, and how are you today?
All right. I was just what's the word? A little upset that you guys don't have a shirt for the poor women who are widows of our Beer Network husbands.
Oh, right. I was afraid that I was going to get that. It's first of all, you guys seen the pictures of Crotchrot's old lady on the forum there? I don't know if they're on the forum, but he's sent them around a bit. Not
on the internet?
Yeah, not that there's like a MrsCrotchrot.com or something. She's, let me just say that Crotchrot's doing all right for himself. And then I'll move on to say, it's just that the shirts that we have, we actually had ordered smalls that would fit ladies too, and they screwed them all up. They all came out oblong and lopsided and broken. So
I figured I'd throw the idea out there, and then
it's a great
I'd give
idea.
you a good year. Since it took 6 months for the other ones.
For the other,
the whole year.
That's you're being. A year would be real soon. No, that's not true. It's that's kind of why I mentioned if we can really sell out this limited run, we've got the other ones ready to order, and then I can order all sizes because I didn't even have all. I only had 2 larges available. Let's say out of the whole lot, they're gone already. So the faster these ones sell out, the faster I can get all the other sizes, and then also I want to do some ladies' tees in there too for you. So I am working on it, Mrs. Crotchrot.
Well, I appreciate it, and I really like you guys.
Do you? That's weird.
I'm not a big beer drinker. Per se.
What beer do you like?
Fat Tire.
I think the only beer that I've liked has been the Red Chimay.
The Chimay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, for not being a beer drinker, that's pretty good.
That's a good start.
That was a big winner with a lot of the wives when we tasted that one.
Yeah. You ever do any of the fruity beers or anything? Apricot ales, things like that?
No,
You might want to try them.
They're going to kill me when I say this.
Oh boy, it's coming.
Go ahead.
But there's this, like, aftertaste of hops that I just don't like.
You don't like hops, huh? Okay, it was nice talking to you. Yeah, I hear you. It's the bitterness that you just can't deal with?
Yeah.
Well, buy yourself some Natural Light. You won't have to deal with that.
Oh, no.
But there's a lot of beers out there. You just haven't tried enough of them.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm learning.
Get your husband brewing some more.
Yeah. Brew some good
Can't
stuff.
stop him.
Does he run these things that he posts on the forum by you before he posts those pictures and songs and stuff?
He tests them out on me.
And are you generally supportive, or are you just like, okay, dear, go on about your business?
I don't know how to say it. I give him a pat on the back and, good job, honey.
That's a good woman.
Okay,
right
if you want to, I guess, okay.
Yeah. It's your life.
All right, my last question. Are you hammered or what?
Well, I've been partaking of the cousin of the hop.
I was gonna say that, dude. I was gonna go to Scott. She sounds high.
That a girl. The cousin of the hop. That's just now the new name for it around here.
The cousin.
I like her giggle. She's like,
yeah, it's the hop cousin.
John knows it well.
She's got hop cousin giggle.
Yeah. Cousin giggle.
It's all good.
Yes, it is.
What did you use to partake in that? Were you talking like a 2-foot water bong here, or they're just
no.
a little pinner?
I have a Jedi spoon.
A what?
A Jedi spoon?
Dude,
yeah.
What is that?
Are you talking about like horse, man?
No.
No, it's like a glass bowl that's got a carb on the side.
Oh, okay. All right. We just never called them a Jedi spoon before. I know what you're talking about.
Well, if you go on the internet and type out Jedi spoon, you'll see one.
It's the Florida thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what they call it. We just call them like glass pipes around here. John's like licking his lips over there. He's got no comment.
I have, the one I have right now has a, blueberry.
All right.
A blueberry taste to it.
The
pipe?
The cousin?
The cousin?
Yeah.
The cousin.
That's weird. I never had anything like that. All right, I'll save this for the drug show coming up in, I don't know, say June or July.
We all mainline and get on the air.
Get you back on the air for that one. How about that?
All right.
Hey, thanks for the call.
Okay. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
I remember those days.
Yeah, that's fun. I can't wait because we're going to be hanging out with Crotch Rot in Florida when we go to the competition, so that ought to be a good time. Maybe we'll have girl shirts by then. I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll see. A lot of girls out there can wear the double XLs I got for sale,
Yeah, for a robe at night.
Yeah, that's right. Just have a little sleeping shirt.
Yeah.
A
little fantasy.
With nothing on.
All right, it's late in the show, so we're going to do a rapid-fire giveaway here. We got to do our giveaway. What we're going to do is a trivia. Doc, did you get our chat trivia ready?
No.
Okay. Get our chat trivia ready, and if you could write the question down on there for Daniela. In the meantime, we're going to take caller number 9. Caller number 9. It's to register to win a full kegging system, and it's courtesy of Northern Brewer at northernbrewer.com. So caller number 9, it's 888-401-BEER. Go ahead and call in. If you don't have a kegging system already, we're just going to give this sucker away, and we're going to register you as part of the 12 that's going to get it. It's our last week to do it, so you're going to want to call in. If you're tired of bottling, this is your chance. All right? My brother was brewing his second batch today.
Oh, good. He got it.
He went and bought another one. Okay. He needs a second one anyway, so he bought one anyway.
Why don't you share the story?
So my brother, we sent him a beer kit for Christmas, and he gets it. And what happens? It's one of those carboy breaking stories, but this one's weird because he wasn't anywhere near the carboy when it happened. He had put his word in it, and he put it in the night before and didn't pitch because he had some questions. He couldn't get a hold of me, and it was kind of late already. So he sealed it up, was hoping that it was all nice and sanitary, and he let it be. So the next night, he does get a hold of me, and we go through the pitching process, and he pitches. And he pitched just a dry packet of yeast, right? So it wasn't even a starter. So he pitched it in there. It had been there for maybe an hour. It was just sitting on his counter. He had the airlock attached, so just in case there was anything going on via air release, it could get through the airlock. He's sitting in his living room, and the thing just shatters. It just broke out of nowhere. There was no heat involved. The wort wasn't too hot. It had been sitting there overnight. It certainly didn't start fermenting.
Did he transfer it hot the night before?
No, he did the cold bath.
In a wort chiller? No, he did the cold bath.
He did the cold bath.
Okay. What was the vacuum that was created?
I don't know. I'm thinking that there was just there was a chip in it in shipping or something, some little fracture.
3,000
and
miles.
And it just it was just a matter of time, and that's where it happened. And the thing, so he's got like a small kitchen, like a condo kitchen. I've not seen it, but it's a condo. I don't think it's huge.
You've seen mine, so.
Full of beer. Just beer, wort rather, everywhere.
Oh, that's all in his oven now, too?
Exactly, because it was up on the counter, so it went down over the counters, everything else. Oh, man, what a tough first brew experience. But he's a trooper because he still was excited about it. He went right out and got another carbo. He couldn't wait for us to ship him another one. He wanted to get going on it. And you know what? He's already doing mini mash.
Whoa.
The brew he did today was a mini mash. And he's like, yeah, I just went and I got a book and did my thing and read it and made myself a recipe, and that's what I'm brewing today. So he brewed himself an IPA. Maybe we can get him on the phone a little later after we do these contests here. It's 888-401-BEER. We're taking caller number 9, which the phone's been ringing off the hook. I think we might have our caller already. And that's going to be our first registrant. The other thing we're going to do is chat trivia, like we always do, so we can register a chat room user. If you're not in the chat room yet, just hit the chat now button and go ahead in there and you can win that way. And then the last thing we're going to do, I think I'm going to try to do Drunk of the Week again. I haven't been getting too many good drunks, but we'll see what we can do. Daniela?
Buggy is in the chat room, your brother, and he, because of your theory, John, that it could have been a vacuum, he says he was trying to look for one. He doesn't think so. Okay. The vacuum explanation is not good for him. So he has no idea why it happened.
Just a weird fraction.
So he jumped to mini mash right away.
Yeah, he didn't even finish his first batch and went up to mini mash.
So he got the brains, I guess, right?
Apparently so.
Yeah. Right.
But I got the
radio show.
I got the radio show. Thank you, JP. I need a little help there. Dan from Missouri, you're on the phone.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing real good. How are you, buddy?
Oh, man, great. Enjoying the show.
Good. How are things in Missouri right now?
Oh, it's great. It could be better. You know, it's supposed to be winter right now, but it's about 60 degrees.
Is that right?
We're loving it, you know.
That's not bad at all. And what are you drinking today?
Well, I had a buddy who made a homemade rye.
Ah.
And kind of a mix of a bunch of different ingredients. He put it together, and I'll tell you, it's been about a month now. And I'll tell you what, it was a pleasant surprise tonight.
All right.
That's my first one.
Okay, very good. And you're a bottling brewer?
We're doing both. We bottle a little, and then we also do the corny kegs.
You do the corny kegs?
Yep.
All right. So you already have a kegging system?
Well, my buddy does.
Your buddy
does. I don't have one yet. That's why I called in.
All right, good enough. That's fair enough. You are caller number 9, my friend.
That's awesome, man. It is great.
All right, cool. So here's the deal. You're registered to win. You didn't exactly win the thing yet. I don't know if you've been listening for the month.
Yeah, okay. I'm aware of that.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to send a mass email out to all of you registered winners and let you decide if you want me to give it away next week during Super Bowl Sunday or the week after. And I'll take a majority vote at it, all you guys. But there's also 3 prizes. Okay, the grand prize is going to be that kegging system. And then we got some gift certificates and shirts to give away, probably to the top 3 or 4. I don't know. However many we can fit in there, we'll be giving stuff away too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay. What you got to do is send your information both to John P. at thebrewingnetwork.com and Daniela at thebrewingnetwork.com.
Okay, so, John P. and Daniela.
And Daniela. And John's address is right there on the website on the contact page, so you'll be able to find that.
Great.
All right. Hey, I'm happy to register you, my friend. Good luck.
Hey, well, that's awesome. I appreciate it. You got a great show.
I appreciate that. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you now.
All right, buddy.
Bye-bye.
There you go. Dan from Missouri. He is number 10 on the registration list, I think, right there. You guys all sound like you're hitting the bong, but it's the breathalyzer you're doing, huh? Yeah. How many of you are you guys
responsible?
Are you all under the limit?
Yes.
I am, yeah, and I'm trying to get a beer here. But.
Yeah, I've been empty for a while too. We don't have a lot of beer flowing this week.
No.
Hence the slow show, maybe. There's not a lot of beer flowing. All right, do we have our chat trivia question ready? Okay, Daniela, go. And do we have a solid one answer? There's only one answer we're sure of? Okay. Go ahead and enter that into the chat room, Daniela. She is now entering the question there, so if you're in the chat room, this is your chance to register. Again, if you already have a kegging system, please don't bother. First person to answer correctly is the person who will register to win a full kegging system, courtesy of Northern Brewer. What do we got lined up for sponsors in the Friday show? Anything yet, JP? Any specific prizes you can think of that we got ready?
Not yet. I'm waiting back.
You got some calls in, just waiting for some people?
Yeah.
Maybe a new car?
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Giving away a Mercedes.
And a new car.
Yeah.
Hot Wheels.
Every Friday during a lunch meet. Yeah, that's what why. Sorry, I had turned you down, Doc, because
I was looking for that trivia question.
Vegan game. I appreciate that. So we're going to do that. And while we're waiting on the chat room, I'll go ahead and take calls for the Drunk of the Week if you want to register yourself to win the full kegging system. 888-401-BEER. We'll take a couple of calls and then end up voting on the drunk. Last week, because we only got one, call that was a drunkard that didn't have a kegging system, wasn't even that drunk, we gave it to him anyway. So it's your chance if you want to call up, and even if you just sound a little like Doc.
You just have to be the drunkest one to call.
Yeah, that's all you got to be. It's too bad JP's here, otherwise he could call from another phone. And
that's true. I could still do that.
Do you could just go in the other room and
grab my cell phone. Hey, how's it going?
Just going with the flow of the night. It doesn't even have to be beer.
Yeah. I had George's beer chilling. If you guys want to do another tasting,
yes,
it's in the kegerator out there. If someone wants to grab that, it's in the plastic bottles in the kegerator.
No, I'm beer bitch.
Anybody who wants to grab them,
and he knows his place,
and he knows that. Phone's ringing there now, so maybe we're getting our drunk of the week. Plus the chat room questions already out. We're waiting on those kind of things.
Maybe
we're going to get out of here.
Maybe I should be judging for the drunk of the week.
For the drunk of the week, yeah. Actually, Doc, you should always be the official judge. Absolutely.
I don't know.
While we're waiting, why don't we play Apocalypse Doc real quick, just so we can have a good laugh, huh?
I am Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, your senior drill instructor. From now on, you will speak only when spoken to. And the first and last words out of your filthy sewers will be served. Do you maggots understand that?
Bring him out.
Who the fuck said that?
Bring him out.
What have we got here? A fucking comedian. Do you think I'm cute? Do you think I'm funny?
Not mom again? Okay, good. Don't make me come over this counter.
Well, any fucking time, sweetheart.
Is anybody gonna be out in the desert with me?
I'm asking the fucking questions here, Private. Do you understand?
Let me get my flamethrower out.
Ah! What is your major malfunction, numbnut?
Because alcohol is that time continuing thing, and it just like squishes it down.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Are your services done? You need to make me a cheeseburger.
I love it. It's a good clip.
Hello.
Chaos from Montana. You're on the air.
That's Montana. You must be drunker than me.
Montana.
I like calling it Montana.
Yeah. It's I just finished brewing a red ale.
You did?
Yeah.
And you drank the whole time?
Well, of course.
Yeah. What else would you do?
Yeah. Is there an option?
And how did you brew? All grain or extract?
Well, extract with some specialty grains and stuff.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
I'm actually setting up my brewery now.
Very cool. How long you been brewing?
Well, probably 20 years, but I just got back into it last year.
No kidding. And you're still bottling?
Right now, yeah.
Still bottling. All right. Well,
so I left all my my equipment ended up back in California when I moved up here, so I'm just now getting everything set back up.
Okay. Gotcha. That sounds good. And what were you drinking all day when you were brewing that red ale?
Well, I drank some Fat Tire, some San Adams, Boston Lager.
Okay.
And I was drinking some sissy Belgium shit. I forget what the hell that was.
See, that's why I call it
You just had to clear out the refrigerator.
Oh, yeah, I had like 5 different kinds. I just went through them all.
You know what, I gotta do that too. I got a bunch of stuff in my fridge. I'm thinking, hey, just start. Go for a night where you just go through it all.
I did too.
What do you think, Doc?
He's there.
Yeah?
Yeah. How many hours have you been drinking?
Oh, shit. Must be 10 now.
10 hours.
Oh, I'm tired, too. This one was a long one.
That's a workout.
So you're going to pass out as soon as this thing's over.
No way. I'm drinking more.
See, Montana.
Hey, you know what? Just for that statement alone, I give it to you. You're the drunk of the week, my friend.
All right, ready.
Chaos, you are now registered to win a full kegging system. So, like I said to the last guy, I'll be sending out a mass email, let you guys vote on when you want me to give it away. All right?
Cool.
Is that cool?
That's great.
Just check the main page. You got to contact John with your information. And if you can CC Daniela while you do it, that'd be cool, too.
Great.
All right. Hey, you have a good night, man.
Cheers.
Thanks, buddy. Cheers to
Bye.
you. That's cool. Another one right there. 20 years Bottling that poor man. Although I guess he left his equipment back home. He was saying he needs to restock it. Wonder where he left it.
No use going back to bottling.
No way. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to venture to say I might stop brewing before I went back to bottling. Which is it's a stretch, you know what I'm saying? Did we get a chat room answer out of there yet, Daniela?
Yeah, it's over already.
It's over?
Been there, done that.
All right.
Googled the hell out of it.
You want to announce the winner?
I forgot his name, but we have done everything already. It was so quick, it's unbelievable. Well, you guys have no idea how quick it goes. You are sitting here in your cozy little chairs, drinking all your beer,
and you're
chatting
sitting
it
on a
up,
milk crate, right?
and I'm sitting here with like 60 people in there without a damn sip of beer, and I'm really upset. And it really pissed me off that John would fucking pour fucking water in my glass. Fuck that.
He poured you water?
She's sitting there pointing for a beer, and he gives him her
What
water.
the hell? That's jacked. Let me tell you, in Germany you do that, John. You're in for it, man. They'll chop your head off. They point at their glass, you give them water. Try that
She almost did.
With a German.
For me personally, I think water's really good to drink.
Good thing John wasn't in the room for that.
Wow. I mean, I can't believe you got water.
She's pouting.
Daniela's pissed at you, Johnny.
You give her water, man.
The bottom drawer of the fridge has got some beer in it.
I told everybody in the chat room too.
You told everyone?
Everybody knows, and they told me to call him a biatch.
Biatch.
And what do you have to call him?
Biatch.
You did that well.
It's great because biatch already has its own accent, and then Daniela's accent on top of it. That's pretty good.
Fuck
you should go gangsta.
It's a German.
I should totally go gangsta. I'm really pissed now.
It's a German Compton accent right there.
MedTech, you're on the air.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going real good. How are you, buddy?
Great. I just wanted to call and say that last guy wasn't drunk enough to win, damn it.
Hey!
I already have a kegging system, so I won't take it from him, but we're also mad at Daniela because she said she was getting drunk with us.
Oh,
I'm trying. Matic, I'm trying here, but John leaves me hanging.
Everything's try harder.
Everything's John's fault.
Whatever.
We do need more beer flowing. There is a lot of empty glasses around. You know what the problem is? We stopped bringing kegs into the studio during the show, you know?
Yeah.
I think everyone's in a lull in their brew process, so none of us have, I don't have anything on tap. Doc's probably working on stuff.
I'm going to go to the store and buy some. Hell, I'm so drunk I drank the last one right out of the bottle.
Oh, man.
We grew conscious.
Hell yeah.
How many?
Freak it out.
Oh, man.
Freaking out.
I'll tell you what, if you didn't already have a kegging system, I might register you for the hell of it.
Yeah, I already got one, but thanks anyway.
How many have you had today, buddy?
I lost count after, I don't know, a lot.
It's a good place to lose count.
I had a lot, and then I had some more.
That's cool. Thanks for the call, MedTech.
No problem. Thanks a lot.
All right, we'll see you, buddy. All right, we got George's beer. George, if you're out there, go ahead and call us, 888-401-BEER. I already took a sip of it. I'm going to say a couple of things. The first thing I'm going to say is that he shipped it to us in plastic bottles to be safe, so I was worried about that. My first drink was really good.
It is. It's
I think really good. I really like it.
It's very pineapple-y from the hops.
Yeah. What does the cap say on that? Is it APA?
Yeah, it's APA.
Okay. So this is because he sent a couple. He sent us his Amarillo APA, and then I think he sent us a regular pale ale too, which isn't Amarillo. Either that or it's another APA that's.
No, there's a A-Pills.
That's what it is. Amarillo Pills and an American. I like this beer, George.
Yeah, it's nice. Daniela, you want some of this one? It's kind of hoppy.
Thank you, Dr. Scott.
Oh, let me.
Yeah, that's good. It did lose a little bit of carbonation, which is to be expected because you can't completely seal that bottle. It's the twist on. It's a soda bottle. If you guys have never used one, great for shipping. Not the best thing for storing your beer because it lets the light in, and also because of letting out some of the CO2 there. But this one held up real well. It's just lost a little bit of a carbonation there. Hey, George, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
I'm doing real good. How are you, buddy?
Not bad. Well,
been
better.
You've been better? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I've been listening to the show and I dumped some yeast on wasn't planning to dump.
Oh no.
That's all right. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, it'll re-multiply. Don't worry about it. You know what? You know what scared me once? I did the yeast starter, and it overflowed a lot.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, crap, did I just lose all my yeast because it overflowed? I had to call John and like, hey, what do I do? Do I got to do another starter? I ended up just pitching it anyway.
Yeah.
That's all you do, right?
You're not gonna lose everything.
But you are gonna lose a bunch, right? Because it's yeast that's on top. It's that's what's foaming up, right?
That's the good healthy guys.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Well, no, I was racking out of I've been cleaning kegs and racking beer all night long during the show, and I had a keg that I was planning to use again and dumped it.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, we finally got around to tasting your beer, George. I've had it in the fridge, so it's been safe since I got it. We just took a while to get to it. And I am already pleasantly surprised because, like I said, I was worried about the plastic bottles.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks.
George was worried about his APA because it was already kind of old, and he just was worried that it might, not be any good. He told me actually to take it out of the lineup if it wasn't any good.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we didn't take it out because it remained real nice.
Daniela now has a beer. She has one of your beers.
Thank you, Dr. Scott.
Just in John's defense, when you were asking for beer, there wasn't anything good to give you until we busted this out.
I say
there wasn't. There was nothing. You could have had another fat tire, and I saw your face when you drank that one.
I say we finish this guy and open up his other one. What do you think?
You guys must be drinking the big bottles, right? The big 24-ounce bottles?
Yep.
Yeah.
The little bottle of APA is not good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we still got the little bottle, and then what's the other little bottle?
We got brown, something brown.
There's a brown.
Okay.
And there's a little Amarillo Pilsner that's like an experiment.
And are you saying that both of those little bottles are bad?
No,
just the APA.
Little Centennial APA is definitely bad.
Gotcha.
I don't even see that one.
Okay.
Hey, George, what was your hop schedule on this Amarillo PA or whatever? What are we drinking? Amarillo IPA?
Yeah,
APA.
Pale Ale.
APA. What was your hop schedule on that?
It's pretty much mostly bittering, 20-minute and 0-minute.
So it's all Amarillo all the way through?
Yeah. So simple. It's like my basic house pale ale.
Oh, okay. That's your main
Change the
guy
hops
there.
every time.
It's nice. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
Good, not too over the top with the hops.
You know what? I think why I like it too is it's the kind of pale ale I'm going for with my Amarillo pale ale. And the problem I had with my last one, which I think we've solved already, it's I got too much of that extract flavor in it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to add the extract late next time.
Yep.
But this doesn't have that. It doesn't have the extract flavor. Instead, it's got beer.
Well,
flavor.
better not.
Yeah. You're all grain then, I assume.
Right. Yeah. It's Roar, I think. Roar. Is my phone connection as bad as it sounds to me?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, you sound really drunk.
Okay.
Yeah, it's making you sound hammered.
No, I'm not hammered.
Yeah. Are you on the landline?
No.
That's the problem. You got to use a landline, otherwise it's always bad.
We
can hear you. It's okay. We'll just wrap it up. What's your grain bill on this guy?
It's I'm guessing about 9 pounds of pale, half a pound of Carapils, half a pound of Caramunic, and 4 ounces of aromatic.
Okay.
Same thing every time, and then I usually change the hop
Gotcha.
every time I brew it.
I like it, man. I'm glad I saved it for the show, right? I finished it all before we ever
Yeah,
got
if we would have cracked one of these, we would have never seen it.
Yeah. All right, yeah.
So give that, I'll get off the phone and give you guys a break on the phone line, but give that Amarillo Pilsner a try, too. That's interesting, and I want to see if you guys, what you think of it, because it's very weird. It's sort of not obviously to any style. Just
Okay.
an Nordstrom and Pils, and I substituted Amarillo for Hallertauer, so
We like weird. That's why we have
trying to decide if I
JP.
want to brew it again.
Okay, Doc's opening it right now, so I'll let you go, but tune in and we'll let you know what we think.
Great. Thanks.
Hey, thank you, George.
Bye.
Smells like cuz.
Like what?
Like cousin.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
That's good.
I didn't say it was bad.
That's a good smell. They should make a deodorant called Cousin. You know?
I'm working on hop incense.
You are?
Yeah.
Are you really? Or are you just pulling my leg?
No, I really am.
So that, why not just burn weed? That's what it would smell like in your house, right?
Well, that's true.
Give you some hop incense. I guess pour it in there. We're pouring the other pills. That's it for our registered listeners, right? So we're going to wrap it up here. Let's just take a quick drink of this guy and get the heck off the air. This is George's pills, but with Amarillo.
Lots of Amarillo.
I like that, too. It's real skunky.
That's cuz.
Yeah, that's cuz.
It's like drinking bud extract.
Drinking bud. The real bud.
Yeah. I wonder if he put cuz in this instead of...
Just as a big FU.
Yeah, it's like,
I really hate you guys.
Drink that, brewcasters. You think you ramble now. Try this one. All right. I think we're going to get out of here. Except that the phone's ringing off the hook. Danielle is working hard over there. Thanks to Gary Glass. We got to take one more call?
Yeah.
Okay. One more call. Here we go. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, it's Beer Pal.
Hey, Matt.
Where the hell have you been, Beer Pal?
Hey, Matt.
I got better things to do with my life than sit around and listen to you losers all night.
Bullshit.
Yeah, no you don't.
we know you and you don't.
How are you?
I'm good.
How's
I just wanted to call in and give JP props. That spot you and he did for the lunch meat show.
Yeah?
I got to say, it's probably the funniest thing I've ever heard you guys do.
Is that
I
right?
was on the floor laughing with that one.
Which one? Are you talking about the rap or the
Fruity
outtake?
Pebbles rap or whatever the hell that was.
Yeah. Nice.
That was hilarious. So I'm definitely going to be, I won't be able to tune into the show, but I'm assuming you'll archive it.
Oh yeah, we'll be archiving it for sure.
So if you guys are half as funny as that thing was, it's going to be a great show.
Yeah, that sounded like it was, JP and Justin, the live sessions.
The Peel sessions, man.
It pretty much was.
What a great concept. I got to say, and not to drag you guys off topic, but the show is evolving amazingly. It's so good, and there's so much content. I'm just blown away.
Hey, I appreciate that. It is changing quite a bit. John's sitting over there looking like he hates it right now, but it's changing quite a bit.
I'm just thoughtful.
John's thoughtful.
Matt, I'm glad we could have the chance to blow you like that. It was really good.
Yeah. You know what I find is happening, and I'm okay with this? We seem to alternate weeks, right?
Yeah.
Where one week we do a really solid information show like Chris White last week and really just getting some quality stuff out there. And then the next week, while it's not completely devoid of information, has some pretty good entertainment value. You know what I mean? When I listen back to them, if I can chuckle, then I'm all right with it. And we seem to be alternating weeks like that right now.
Yep.
You know? Next, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you all right now. Next week is gonna be tough because it's Super Bowl week, and we're already gonna have, I think, half the participation from our listeners. We don't have a guest, so we're gonna plan a show for you based on just some good information that we can come up for you. And we got a lot of good brewers in here. But it's going to be rough because listener participation has really moved the show along into this new level that it's going.
Well, the chat room definitely drives the show.
Yeah.
When the chat room's dead, we're not getting any questions or things, some hate mail or whatever it happens to be coming out of there. It just drags.
You want to hear some hate mail, Dr. Scott?
Yes,
I give you hate mail.
That wasn't an invitation.
Did you get the information about this one guy who has a new toy for you?
The Carbonator?
Yeah, the Carbonator. Sounds fancy, huh?
I have two.
You got two.
I have two, and I like them.
That's awesome.
Sounds fancy, huh?
Hey, Doc, you got to post your kegerator thing by next weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, it's once a month. That's the beginning of the month, and that's because we're either giving it away next weekend or the week after. So Doc's new gadget corner of the month is going to be how to build a kegerator.
Yep.
So you got a week deadline.
Tips and hints and how to not make mistakes on it. And there's a lot of different designs to do. This one's going to be a straight one with a regular refrigerator, kind you can pick up at a garage sale for $25-$30, and put a tap out the front. And there's some things I learned when I made mine. And as you're tearing it apart, wish I didn't do that.
Yeah.
And some hints and things. I'm sure that there's 10,000 ways to do it, but this will get you on the road.
Cool. So check out Doc's Gadget Corner. We're going to get to that. Hey, Beer Pal.
Yo.
I've gone an entire show without taking a pee.
Get out of here.
I'm serious. I'm dying right here. I'm standing here just dying. I got to pee so much.
Hey, I haven't gone either.
You didn't go either?
No.
I've gone twice.
Every time I've gone over there, someone's in there.
Yeah.
So I just thought, we don't have time. Let's just go on back and forget about it.
It's a good thing it's a half an hour shorter than normal.
There you go.
Hey, I'm glad to have you back, though, Beer Pal. Really, I was worried about you.
Well, I appreciate your concern. I'm glad to be back, too. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night at the meeting, yes?
Good. It'll be a good meeting tomorrow night, too.
The Doe's Beer Club meeting.
We're going to start at 6:30 for social hour, and I want to start the meeting right on at 7. So.
And 24 is on at 9, so.
Yeah.
Thanks, Beer Pal.
All right, guys.
See you, Matt.
Late.
Early.
we're going to get out of here. The Jameel Show is on tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., and it's the Ordinary Bitter.
Yeah.
John, you ready for that?
I got my questions already.
Attaboy. And then, of course, the Friday show, Lunch Meat.
That's right, baby.
With JP and myself. That airs this Friday.
We're warming it up
noon.
for you.
Since Beer Pal called in and recognized our promos, I'm going to go ahead and play them after our 2 outro songs here.
Cool.
I'll put them back to back.
I want to know what people think.
Our 2 promos in there.
I'm sure it'll be in the forum.
I think they're friggin' hilarious.
We got to do
It's
that.
going to be a good show, man.
We got to take another call. I got to pee so bad, guys. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Justin.
Hey, who are we talking to?
It's Travis, or Lufa.
Hey, Travis. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, not much, man. Hey, I just want to know, Doc, you coming to Florida or what?
No, actually, I'm not. Actually, there's a couple of reasons, and it's not just because I don't like Florida. That's in there too. But my wife booked our family vacation, and it cuts right in the middle of that. So I got to be somewhere else.
You took a week and came up with a good excuse, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's married. He's good at that.
He knew he was going to be getting this. You can't take your family vacation at, say, Disney World?
I've been there. Oh. That's why I'm not going back.
Yeah. See, I'm bribing my wife with 4 days ahead of that in Key West.
Oh, that's a good bribe.
Well, see, I could go to Key West.
See?
I could that's do that. The bribe. It's a trade-off, man.
Yeah. Hey, whatever you want to call it, man. As long as it gets you to the NHC, that's good work.
Yeah, all right. I was just calling to give Doc hell. I'll let you guys get out of there.
That's cool. Hey, thanks, Lou.
Thanks for the hell, man.
All right.
See you, buddy.
Later.
Hey, this George's beer is good, man.
Yeah, George.
I don't think we ever talked about it.
Good work. Oh, that's the pills?
Yeah.
We did talk about it. We said it tastes like weed.
Oh, but besides that.
But besides that, it's good.
It's tasty.
I like the idea of putting in Amarillo instead of Hallertau.
Well, you just love Amarillo.
I do, but I think that it's such a change in the style. Like if he did everything else to style on the beer,
right?
But then put in something like that, and it's not. It is pretty far off from Hallertau, but it's the same type of a pungent, strong hop like Hallertau is.
I guess you could give it California Pills.
Yeah,
that type thing.
Well, that malt bill really is a nice base for the hop.
Yeah.
It really lets it come through.
Thank you both to Stino for sending in your beer there, and George also. Good work, guys.
And it did well in the plastic bottles, actually. So,
which is weird. I gotta turn off the mic.
He's standing up. He's got a piece of it. He's not even sitting down.
He's still drinking too.
He's still drinking.
What the heck, guys? Something's got to keep me going around, you know. You know what it is? I bet you the chat room, I can see it now, it's got this plot going on. They're like, hey, screw it. We're going to keep him talking.
Hey, Justin, got to go to the bathroom?
Hey, you know what? I'll pee right here. If it's good on the air, I'll pee right here.
You want to know what the thread is?
What's the thread?
Have Justin pee his pants.
If you bring me a bucket, I'll do it right here in the studio.
Hey, use one of these plastic bottles.
Caller, you're on the air.
I'm on the air.
JP, you're an ass. Yeah, you're on the air. What's up, buddy?
Hey, put your hand in some warm water.
I know. That's why JP's over there pouring water from one glass to another.
So Mikey, gotta go to the bathroom.
How you feel?
I feel like I gotta pee. Who are we talking to?
Kid Hop.
Oh, hey, Kid Hop. What's happening?
Nothing. I'll be in town a couple weeks from now.
Is that right?
Yeah?
I'll be in San Jose, and I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna have the Justin puppet.
You know what? You show up with the Justin puppet, I'll let you in.
All right, cool.
I like how it sounds more threatening than like nice.
That was really creepy. Yeah. I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna be there.
Yeah. Oh man. You got the address?
It is threatening, and you know what? I'm registered, and I think you should just do it next weekend. Fuck it.
You're registered what?
Oh, to give it away.
The kegerator.
Oh, you're registered for the
You're registered what?
It's like, cause there's a lot of things you could be registered for.
Well, I got it. Give you a hint. It's a 3-day waiting period.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I find hilarious? That you're standing up already because you gotta pee so
That's
fast.
what I said.
It's awesome. I love it. I'm gonna keep
doing the pee-pee dance. Does he have like one leg hopping around?
No, he's going from one leg to the other. He's just
That's what I was gonna say, Doc. I'm not doing the dance. I'm kind of switching back and forth. I'll tell you, if this microphone could stretch, I'd just take it right out the door here. And
I was going to say, the door have a remote.
But why don't you guys plan ahead and have pissers in the studio? I mean, come on.
I know.
Hello?
we didn't need auto buddies.
Yeah. I need that thing that just like attaches, right? Yeah. I need a colostomy bag.
Yes. We can be astronauts for an hour.
That'd be a good show. Weigh your urine. Who can pee the most in 3 hours?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't
know if I can pee the most, but if I roll my ass in there, I'm going to win for the biggest gut. I know that.
We will be measuring.
Where are you from, Kid Hop?
Detroit.
Detroit.
Hockey Town, baby.
The Motor City.
All right. So you're not going to be busy watching the Super Bowl next weekend, or what?
Well, I am, but I'm not too busy to listen to you guys and win my keg system.
Hey, that a boy. Hey, good luck to you. I hope you get it, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, thanks for the call.
All right, bye.
We'll see you. I gotta go. The Jamil Show tomorrow. We'll be back next week. There is no guest. It might be a shorter show. We'll keep you up to date.
What about you're going to announce who is qualified or who's going to win the kegging system on Wednesday? You're going to announce if you're going to do it on Sunday or not.
Right.
Yes, exactly. I will announce during the week whether or not we're going to announce the winner this Sunday. Okay. And I'm going to leave it up to the registered users. I think Danielle is in on this thing. I'm going to leave it up to the registered, not users, registered people, the 12 that we have now that are registered to win the kegging system. I'm going to let them decide because it's their kegging system, and if they would rather be watching the Super Bowl, then that's fine by me. We'll still do a show, but we'll postpone the giving away. Caller, you're on the air.
Oh God, this is so good.
What is going on here? Are you on speakerphone?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it gets any better. Ooh.
Thank you.
Get him a clothespin, man.
I was hung up on that bastard. That was great. The first pee ever to take place on air at the Brewing Network, and that's worth the wait. That's worth the expansion of my kidneys right there. Or my bladder, or whatever the hell's holding this stuff in.
No, but seriously, I meant that. I meant the question seriously, so that everybody understands how we do that now with the giveaway.
All right, shut up. I'll announce it by Wednesday whether or not we're giving it away this weekend. Jamil Show is tomorrow.
Well, I have a question.
Hang on. Yeah, I'm going to put you through.
Caller, you're on the air.
Yo, what up?
How are you?
Better than you, right?
No, well, maybe.
No, I know. You're better than Justin here.
Who are we talking to?
I want to talk to Dr. Scott.
Hey, what's up?
Dr. Scott, what up, dude?
Hey.
Going to Burning Man?
Yes, I am. We're already planning.
You got your 185 ticket, or did you pay big bucks?
No, the 185s got burned out real quick. But they got an hour.
Did you need a 185 ticket?
No, I got a 200.
Oh, you suck! Oh, no. I waited 3 hours to get my 185 ticket.
Well, we tried. My brother and I tried and couldn't do it.
Are you gonna be in the desert with me?
My God, drink a beer?
No? I'm getting out of here. I gotta pee, man.
Hey, don't go pee, because you know what? You gotta save that for later.
Gotta break the seal.
If you break it, you're fucked.
I know. But I got nothing else to do tonight, so I don't care if I spend the rest of the night in there peeing.
Well, see, here's the great thing is that I'm off tomorrow, so that I can call and pester the Jamil Show.
Yeah, now that's what I want. And
see, I want that's what you get for having a government job. You can do these things every other Monday.
Yeah.
Guess what? Every other Monday is Jamil Show. Oh, you gotta love it.
I do love that. I'm happy to pay you to listen to Jamil Show. Actually.
Yeah. Well, but I didn't want to talk to you. I want to talk to Dr. Spot.
Dang.
Because, you know, he goes
we know
to
who's
Burning
important.
Man. You don't because you're a fucking loser. Just admit it, loser.
Get that L.
What?
The big L on his forehead.
Yeah. You know,
good night.
You know, if Dr. Scott ever got you into his chair and he tilted you back with the NOS or NO2.
This sounds like a sex offender story.
Well, he could tattoo, L, on your forehead, and you'd be giggling and laughing and going, oh, yeah. I went to the dentist, and it was good.
Definitely a sex offender story. Thank you for the call, my friend.
Hey, have a good one.
All right, see ya.
You too, buddy. I'm out of here. Touch the felt, kids. It's a good show. Don't forget to tune in for Jameel tomorrow and Lunch Meat on Friday. Thanks, everybody.
Touch the felt. Bring it in. 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 Touch the felt. I was hoping you might let me have some. Touch the felt. Bring it in. Touch the felt. Touch the felt. Touch the felt. Bring it in. Touch the felt. Touch the felt.